What a weird week. But we are still here. We ain't going anywhere just yet. As always, sponsored by JMW Heating and Plumbing Limited. This ain't going to be like your average sponsor. Shout out. I don't know if you've seen it. If you're on Twitter, follow at JMW Heating. But they have offered this week, if there's anyone vulnerable or unable and you do not want them to leave the house for essentials, JMW Heating and Plumbing Limited are going to be donating a couple of hours from their evenings for as long as they possibly can to deliver the necessary stuff required for the coming few weeks, be it bread, milk or just a newspaper to help them get by. You can give them a ring on 0330 100 5286. You can hit them up on their inbox on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. You know the drill. Chilly's the man. He's always looking to help someone out, and he's offered this for no other reason than the goodness of his heart, because I know what he's like as a bloke. You know, they are not just a facility maintenance company. They are a company that cares for the community that it provides to. So JMW Heating, you know the drill. Give them a follow, and if anyone needs anything, you know, can hit them up, and Shirley will do his best to help out. Boss Brewery, they're trying to do their bit to make sure everyone is lubricated during a potential lockdown. They are now doing Boss home delivery. People have been asking for a while, and if we're all going to be staying at home, you may want to answer that demand. So they've answered that demand, so they're launching with mixed cases of 12. So you can email them hello@bossbrewing.co.uk, and they'll come back to you with all the options. Obviously, if you're following them on Twitter, on Instagram or Facebook, you just send them a DM and they'll get back to you. Finally, last but not least, the bunkhouse. Obviously, it's going to be a strange time for the bunkhouse. Everything's getting cancelled. The hysteria carries on, and it's going to be important as ever that when we come out of this little period that we support our local businesses. The bunkhouse have supported us. We want to support them when they get up and running. I think we should all get down there, look for tickets, www.bunkhouse.co.uk. Follow them on all the social media. Guys, it's going to be very important to support each other, support each other's local businesses over these coming few months. Things are never going to be the same whether we like it or not. But tonight, we welcome back one of our favourites. Town Hill boy, Swansea's own Jay Harris, just fought Fight of the Year contender for the WBC Flyweight title. I'm sure everyone saw it. It was a big thing. Who knows if this is going to be the last one that we do before there's any sort of lockdown or it's crazy, so it's going to be a big one. This is episode 103 of the Ambition is Critical podcast, and we don't plan on going anywhere. This is Jay Harris.
Ambition is critical.
Lately.
Oof.
It's been mad as.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, let's say
Yeah,
cheers.
fuck it out.
Cheers,
What a
have a
fucking
beer.
year it's been like. Amazing.
Well, the last time, Jay, when I checked today, was November 9th. I was going to say November 7th. It was on the 7th because you won the title, you defended the Commonwealth title the weekend before.
Was it that? Oh yeah, it was.
It was
wasn't it?
against, I did
Ross
write
Murray,
down.
was it?
Ross Murray, yeah.
That's it.
And did he win the, I won the winning European,
No,
the
no.
European was Murray, no, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
Um,
that was Paddy Bonds then. That one.
That IBF.
Yeah.
So what is IBF International, is
In
it?
the Continental, that one is.
Continental. That's a nice belt as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's lovely. It is.
That's class.
So the only difference with the world one is that they are circle.
And that's the only difference.
Is
It's the only
Yeah.
difference.
Fucking amazing.
You
Like.
go there like that, and then the world one is in this. They got circle ones.
Is that how it was now?
It's like forever.
Oh,
that's
really?
class.
So it's no like
Because
12-month thing?
I think the European's vacant now.
Right.
I think Salvi's fight for that. And I think that might be as well now. Because
Really?
after I fought for the WBC, they fucking kicked me all out of the rankings, the bastards.
Is that right? Yeah, is that how it works, right?
I heard that.
They
happens.
touchy as hell, they are. They
Yeah.
are. They proper touchy, they are. I don't know what it is about.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as they got announced that I was fighting for WBC,
Yeah.
I looked at the rankings and said, I'm going for more. I was quite high up on all of them.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Don't you think that's bitter as fuck?
Bit
Though? It's a
yeah.
weird way of doing it. If you're going to have rankings, like I had a look at the rankings in the week randomly. I always has a little check up now and again. And like the WBC will be totally fucking different to the IBF. Now you just think, how the fuck is, the rankings to me should be the top 10, top 20 in the world.
Yeah.
No matter what he's fighting
But
for.
that's what they do. A lot of promoters, they're in with certain governing bodies, and they
Yeah,
like,
that's
you know,
it.
Like Hearn was massively in with, I think the IBF for a
IBF
bit,
more, the WBO was more where Warren
yeah.
took his fighters,
WBO loves fucking Warren, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He got because of Matchroom now, got all this. He got so much money, like
Yeah.
he's high up with the WBC now as well.
Right, I see.
Yeah,
So much,
you
like.
can see like with the whole Dillian White thing. He doesn't want to slag Suleiman off ever.
Yeah.
He don't like, you know what I mean?
You don't want to shit on your own doorstep, do you? You know what I mean?
He's so high up, like so much money. Like when I was in Texas now, right? And they give you the gross what the show's earning.
Right. That particular show.
That particular
right.
show, and with all everyone's like wages out of Israel, he was still making 14.7 million. Like
Fuck, just for an average Saturday night in Texas, like. And that's not even like a pay-per-view.
7 million.
That's not even a pay-per-view.
No, I know.
That was a big card though.
Oh,
to be
massive
fair.
card.
It was a big
Mate,
card.
there was
It was as good a card as you could see.
well,
Oh,
you showed me any pay-per-view cards that had that many. It was
How
fucking
many?
3 world titles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, every fucking fight, and I watched it from early on. I don't forget, it was on like it was fight with
Yeah, he was
fight
at
of
the
the night,
Jurassic
wasn't
Park,
it?
wasn't
And then so it's like it was about 5, 6, every single one quality fight, wasn't it?
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Real good cards.
It was really good because they had the Chocolito on it. I've never seen him up person. I've watched him always online. He's
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable fighter. Because I was sparring Kelsey.
I've seen it, yeah.
All the way through camp it was. And I honestly thought maybe Carl was going to do it. But bloody hell, when I watched it back, guys,
Crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
He fights so good
Yeah.
in the pocket. Like he's so close and he's getting his legs in the right. Just making it like Carl fight is a quality fighter. He's making him look average. Like
Yeah.
nuts.
The
That's
thing
how
is,
good
like,
levels it is.
yeah.
A lot of people like that with Chocolito, like he was getting mentioned, but nobody really seen him, and they, especially
No.
now over here. And the first time I saw him fight was the first fight with that Rung Savai, is that how you pronounce
That's
it?
fight,
What a
stupid.
fight, crazy fight, right?
Stupid fights.
And then the second one, then he got sparked, and you only think, oh, well, this guy must be on a slide, like, you know?
Yeah, or
And
either,
then
I
he
think
goes
one.
in,
That fight.
yeah, he goes in against Caliphite then, he was
Yeah.
undefeated, fucking Olympian, and looked like he was going to really, I think they set him up with Chocolito for that to be the name that got Cal the sort of
100%.
pushing in the stratosphere, and
Yeah,
they
it's
just didn't
basically
fucking
he was
go.
fighting the division,
Yeah.
and then he was going to fight Estrada. Then after that, that's what it
All
was.
set in stone, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Estrada after that, and then can't write them off, man. He's so good.
Thing with like your fight, I always like had a bit of a soft spot for Cali fight simply because when Matchroom first started taking over,
Yeah.
and like it went from like Friday night fight nights to like Matchroom, like, and Eddie Earn was with Sky, and him and Cal Brook were the two names, like not so much your fight as in like everyone would have heard of him, but he was like the main prospect.
He was one of them. He
He was one of his first signings, like, and I always remember thinking, "Fucking hell, he's outstanding." But he never like quite got in the public image. Like.
Yeah.
And then as for the guy who beat Chocolatito, I think it's just a case of he's his kryptonite.
Yeah, it is.
He could fight him 10 times and maybe lose 9. Like it's just one of them.
It's mad though, right? Because at Estrada, he loses to Rungdesvai, whatever his name is. Chocolito fights Rungdesvai, loses. Then fights Estrada and beats Estrada,
Yeah.
and then Estrada comes back and beats.
But don't you think that's just elite?
Yeah.
That's just
It's just
elite.
elite
That's
level,
just our level, like in a
Yeah.
world level.
More people should see those fights, because
Yes.
I bet you most people
Yeah.
have not seen Chocolito and Rung Savai, or however I pronounce it.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're just like, how can he still be doing this, just standing in
Yeah.
a pocket and trading up like 11 rounds?
I know what twat.
I know.
Trades would make it us 12 rounds. Do you know anyone, Jake? What are you fucking thinking, you crazy fucker? This is all we gotta tell people, innit? And yet again, someone walks in and my missus again, fucking, I tells her every week, look, just play it fucking down. In Jay walks, hello, you're so little. Every week she fucking calls these fucking absolute
Well, she
killers.
told Josh O'Connor last week, oh, you're just a baby.
You're just a baby.
Oh, this little fucking Josh is going to fucking throw her over his
all
head.
these absolute killers, like, fucking hell.
But anyone she had a chance with Ricky, right?
Yeah.
But it's lovely to see you, mate. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's been a while. I checked today, it was something else, was what, like, best part of 18
Yeah.
months. Time goes like that. Like,
Fucking unreal, mate.
And
I'm
obviously,
always up to date with your stuff. Like I always see it on Twitter and listening and stuff. It's good
Oh,
luck.
great. Well, that's nice to hear. We've been surprised. Who surprised us the other day? Brett. When Brett
Yes,
said Brett
yeah,
Johns,
yeah.
because we had Brett Johns
It's
on
popular
again.
all yours, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
it's-
And Brett
so
was
like-
like, oh, I love listening to it. And this was after we were actually recording. He's like, oh, boys, every weekend waiting for it. And I was like, fuck, really, Brett? That's like quite a pat in the back. That is,
Yeah,
like, you know
yeah,
what I
of
mean?
course, yeah,
Said
yeah.
all the dibs we got. Then most of them follow you. Look, that's how we know this will do well tonight, because all
Yeah.
the fucking Jay's boys will be
Oh,
fucking
man.
listening to it.
Yeah, they were up there with me as it was.
Mate, you
Yeah,
took, honest to God, right? Considering it was Texas, right? Just not even looking like Vegas or fucking New York, and that's Texas. You took like quite a fucking tidy number. Like a lot of people don't get that many on a bus.
We talk about 30, we did, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. We could see it, and I loved. Well, I loved it. Like no one who sees their photos, like you know, and don't know what I loved. We talked about it the other day. Like I think the older you get now, you know, Ryan's supposed to be going to bed and don't fucking next. We talk. Know what I'd love? I'd love us to go to like a big fight, New York. They are the things that appeal to me. No, money was no object, mate.
Yeah.
Watching Johnny Phillips out there.
Oh, yeah.
And Martin Naughty.
Yeah,
You know.
well, I seen him. Obviously, Mitch Williams,
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
Jack.
it was all out there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Busby
Jack
was
on Sky
devastated,
Sports,
wasn't he?
Jack Cardigan.
Yeah.
he
The camera
always-
panned round, right?
Always managed to get on TV, man.
Yeah.
It's when
Every time.
I rewatched it, because I watched it on a night.
He's
but
like,
I
it's
was-
the last flag.
when I rewatched it the week after, I was fucking howling. See, because I decided to stay up. Instead of
Yeah.
go to bed and get back up, I decided to stay up. I was steaming by the time I was like, come on. So I watched it again in the week, and like you get introduced, and it seems quite quiet, obviously, because it's pro-Mexican crowd there in Texas.
Oh, mad.
And the camera just pans around, and Jack is there with the flag. I guess.
It was all, I don't know why that looked such a good trip. Like was again, if you go to Vegas and and Vegas and New York and that, you get lost. It's such a big show and that. But like when you sees everyone with Eddie Earn and with David Diamante, everyone sort of got to meet everyone, and like it was great because in the weigh-in, like it was like outside we talk about it now, no doubt. Like, but in the weigh-in, all the boys are with him in the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Whereas if it
So
was
we had
like,
to go, like, come off the weigh-in, go on the corner, and the boys were all there.
fuck, I don't mean funny. Oh, it gave me goosebumps just fucking thinking about
It's
it. Like,
mad. But as I said to the boys, it's like, you never go to Texas on holiday with you.
would you?
No,
Fuck.
Just be like,
It would never in a
"Oh,
million
boys,
years.
I know, let's go to Texas. It was only
Yeah.
Adam that I thought was fighting. They were just like, screw it, we go
Yeah.
to Texas. And then they all jumped on. But they jumped on at the right time because they had flights for like 350 quid, if that.
Fucking unbelievable.
I know there's some of them managed to get
So,
visas, right? To fucking
Huh?
go. with
Oh,
them.
yeah,
They
yeah.
had like a flight and hotel and that for like less than 500 quid, I think.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, for the proper
Amazing.
like your weekend in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
For the proper weekend
Honestly,
of a
both of
lifetime.
them did it. Well, my brother and his mates did 11 of them come up. They did a thing out there called tailgating. Have you
Yeah, they do
Ah,
that in
yeah.
American football, don't they?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
they're all
Yeah.
bevied in the car parks
Yeah,
and that, is
yeah.
it? Right,
My
go
brother
on.
found one of them on the fight night it was.
Right,
He was like, oh, where are you going today? Oh, we're going to this thing called tailgating.
right.
He was like, I was like, what's that then?
Yeah.
So basically they all park up in a car park, bands out, all beer,
Yeah.
you just party in the car park till the sport's
Yeah, they do
over.
it.
That's
American
fucking brilliant.
football. Yeah,
Imagine that. Imagine that in Morrison's. I'm fucking racking up my Charlie on some old day pensioner's roof of a Fiat Skoda, innit? Oh, be fucking right outside there and back up.
Who drives on?
Huh?
That's what I want. Who fucking drives
I
on?
don't think they gives a
Well, I
fuck
said
up
they were
there.
like grabbing up the cases of Muller Light and Bud Light or whatever. And he was like, how much is it for a can? He said, it's like a donation. He said, there's $10, give me 10 cans. There you go.
No way.
Happy days.
Fucking hell. They didn't realise his kid's some panty, did they?
Microphones and everything, singing and everything.
You give him 10 cans, he fucking robbed his car. The cunt. He's driving up the highway 10 minutes later, don't he? Peter was having fairs outside JR's house, wasn't he? You know what I mean?
Texas looks one of those places on mine. Like I know, like I've always had, like in my bucket list is to like land in New York, do New York, and travel through America,
Yeah,
East Coast to
good
West
idea.
Coast. But a mate of mine, Mark Tracy, who I work with in Royal Mail, he did like a month in America, and he sort of travelled around, and he was in Texas. He would tell everybody like it was the best place.
Oh,
Really?
It's- yeah.
The food's really good, man.
Food's amazing.
Barbecue food, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
like, the
good
steaks the
God.
size of fucking, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we went to this
Drink
over
colours.
the, what's it called, road from us. Where we was, right, Frisco. They got the Dallas Cowboy, the Ford Centre, which is basically where the Dallas Cowboys train and stuff. But it's all new.
Right.
So they're like built in like 2 or 3 years. So there's no
So that's this place where he fought?
yeah,
like?
so there's not much
No
around
way.
there. So it's
Right,
mad.
so it's like out there, but
it's
yeah.
it's crazy. It is. They got all these big buildings and that, but it's like I had to go like a mile and a half to a shop.
Right, okay, yeah.
Walk a mile and a half to go to like a convenience store.
Yeah.
There's nothing around there. But my brother stayed in Dallas and he said it was much better down there.
Really?
Yeah, it was only half. It was like from here to Neath, pretty much.
Oh, fuck, so,
Half
right,
hour.
I see what I mean. That's
So
fucking
what-
sounds
but
amazing.
we did an all day then in Dallas on the Sunday and
Yeah.
after all the fight and stuff like that. So we went down.
Even the sound of it, doesn't it?
It's just amazing.
The artists, isn't it? The artists is doing it all day. And
Yeah,
fucking,
yogi Sunday night.
We got
fuck,
told to
yeah.
go to this place called Elm Street, and they said, "Oh, it's all the bars and stuff like that." So me, Akers, and all the boys, below and I, get dropped there, and this street is a shithole.
Right.
Like, what is this place? So we go down all these bars, like rocky bars and stuff like that. So we gotta get one. Nancy goes, "All right, there's one there, Sport On." We get in there. All the lagers were over like 5.5%, like Blue Moon and stuff.
Right.
We're like, this is going to be nuts. So we were on them. Also, my father asked us coming in. Then the toilet, right, was, I don't know how to explain it. It's just graffiti everywhere, all over the walls. You couldn't see. I was like, where do I sign on? Yeah, there's no pen. The toilet door was a pallet with no slats in it.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, what's going on? It was like this big-
Hero's here trying to take a shit. His head is fucking sticking up over the door, isn't it?
So it was like one of them Euro pallets drilled to a wall.
Yeah.
And with the slats like missing as well, so if you could just see through people there. And I was just thinking, this place is a dive. But one of my father's friends, Smiler, he said he went round the corner, and all the mouse bars were on the back.
No.
So we were all in the
He was
shit.
in the
hole.
Like, it was in the
So
dump,
we were-
like, you got...
He was in the Duke, like.
Yeah.
So we were in the Duke, and then
Yeah.
all the others were on the King's Way. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that, on the
That
main
happens,
street.
isn't it? Sometimes
Yeah.
that's better,
That's
though,
better,
isn't it?
yeah.
But we had air. Oh, it was classy. It was awesome laugh. It was.
Must be amazing,
We all trying them stupid beers when you got 10% lagers and stuff like
Oh,
that.
fuck.
And you were coming off.
I can't do it.
Well, you must have come off about how long you had that fucking
we
beer.
went out at 12. I was home by 8.
Yeah, I
They
can
had to
imagine.
put me in an Uber and send me home because I couldn't. I was looking at my auntie. She was like, "Do you want some water?" I was like, I can't even see you. I was like, I don't even know what day. I was like, I gotta go.
Don't forget,
I was like, I'm going home.
think of the
Uber.
adrenaline that he's
Yeah.
fucking on as well. After that, like any big show. Fuck me, he fought for the fucking world title, right? You must be on a massive fucking
man,
come down, you know. Must be a hell of a
It's
fucking
incredible.
feeling.
It was fed. It was the week was quality.
That's what we I'd be honest. The fight night, the build up. We loves you.
Oh man, it was every single fucking thing.
Every single thing.
Every single thing. And not just yourself, because obviously seen interviews with you. Because Andrew McCart was out there, how you say his name? The Scottish boy for IFL, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's sound as hell. He's
sound,
good
yeah.
laugh, he is.
He was out there for that, wasn't he? And I was watching all the interviews, watched the interview with anyone involved. The best interview of the fucking lot was Euro Man and Guy Lockett.
Amazing. Absolutely
After the fight.
fucking.
No.
Have you seen it?
Have you seen
Oh,
it
it's
yet?
brilliant.
Nick,
It is
oh,
brilliant.
it's
You
fucking-
should watch it.
Is it good,
honestly,
yeah?
guys, fucking
Amazing.
brilliant. Because they obviously they know where you got interviewed afterwards. There's like
Yeah.
you had all the
Yeah,
advertising boards behind you and that. And I watched your interview first, and then straight away Euro Man and Gary's come on. I was like, fuck, I watch this now. And Euro Man, the most proud old man I've ever
my
seen.
God.
And the most biased, it was amazing. He was like, I thought he won every single round. See? But they could have given him a couple. And I was laughing like and,
It was
just the way they were going on, because them two together, they was like shooting off.
Yeah.
It goes on for a little bit as well, doesn't it?
Mate, it's fucking, last fucking.
Good.
I got a little knock right out there, it's my little table. They want to speak as a family. I'm like, fuck off, I got my fucking breakfast bar. And basically, I got a little TV, and half the time I'm just playing IFL videos, like,
Yeah.
well, no, our fucking week. No, usually I has my tea, watch a video, and fuck off. I was having 5-course meals. Jay was on, and fucking Neil Bar was on, and the videos were going on.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I was having like
It was
fucking.
insane, man. It was fucking nuts. It was. Well, we got there on a Saturday, see. But the first 2 days were quite boring. It was because we were just walking around, just trying to figure out.
Who goes out that
Just
Saturday?
me and my dad. It was.
Right, okay, yeah.
And we were just trying to find things to do, pretty much, because it was, as I said, it only been built there, and there's not much stuff around.
Yeah.
So
So the gym we went to, who organised that? Because like they,
yeah, so they
lovely.
basically, yeah, we just
Because I look like. This is what I love about fucking social media. We go on to what we hate about social media with a fucking corona in half hour, right?
Yeah,
But what I love about social media is the gym tagged you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And so I looked on the gym then, and then who sees this gym in Texas then? They has like American football players in.
Yeah, it was American football players.
They had
there, right there,
Calify, they posted up Jay, future world champ, and I'm like, I'm not fucking saying this just because we says it behind your back, like, we're so proud of you. And I mean that. No fucking like seeing like a boy from Swansea fucking do what he's doing. We love it, don't we?
Oh, we
You
man.
know, sometimes Swansea can be very like a jealous place sometimes, and people hate people do well. No, you mate. I think that week because you were a nice boy. That's all I saw from random
Positive,
people was
yeah.
positive
Mad.
messages.
But, as I said, through all the week, it was mad. But after the fight, the response I had was unbelievable. It was just so nice. Everybody was nice. Like I didn't have no bad reception saying anything. Obviously, in the build up of the fight and stuff, people were saying, "Oh, he's going to knock you out," and blah blah blah. Even though the crowd walk, the ring walk was the worst I've had. Getting booed,
Really?
I was getting people telling me I was going to die, spitting and everything.
Because he's obviously the big Mexican,
of course,
coming star,
yeah.
and obviously he's a world champion. He's not just up and coming now, but
Yeah.
as regards to that next level where he got to go, like, and they're proper hardcore. And if you heard about the Mexicans, they were the same, and they were supporting De La Hoya and people like that.
Yeah.
And Mikey Garcia, they'd be proper
and then
hardcore.
after the fight finished, then I got cheered out. It was like a Rocky. It was mad.
Amazing, genuine.
Cheered out. Round of applause coming out. There was people, and then obviously I had to see my mother and Al. They were in the front row and that. So I went to go and see them, and I just got mobbed then by everyone. Photos, sign this. It was
Fucking amazing.
totally different. It was unbelievable.
I don't know for the you haven't had it easy.
No.
So like know that fucking journey. I suppose it's similar to fucking say Ian Wright in football, innit? Ian Wright started off at playing Acme Marshes. Like you had to work hard. You got trials with Paris. It's the same with you. Like you haven't had this Olympic career, then straight into fucking Matchroom shows. You fucking slogged and fucking bollocks
So
off.
let's go back a bit, right? Because the last time you were on, if I remember right, when we turned the mics off, you were just about to sign with MTK, but you couldn't say then, right? So what happened? How does the MTK signing come around?
Well, I was out of contract when I was Warren.
You were Warren, yeah.
So
And at the time you sounded disheartened. You sounded like
you were out the contract. We had nothing going to be. So Gary got in touch with Lee and said, "Look, we got Jay Harris by you. He's out the contract." And he just went, "What? Is no one looking after him?" He's like, "Right, give me 2 minutes."
Yeah.
Put the phone down, phoned him back in 2 minutes. Said, "We'll have him. Sign him up."
So this is Lee Eaton now.
Yeah.
So
good
Lee,
guy.
Lee
He
Eaton.
is.
What's Lee Eaton's role inside MTK?
He's pretty much the promoter. Does all like the small ones. Pretty much like the golden contract. They come up with that.
Yeah. What a show that is, by the way.
He does a lot, man. He works his ass off, man. You wouldn't believe it, all these little... But they're not so little anymore. They're massive. They're not like loads of... They sell out all the time.
They're putting on about as many shows as anyone.
Yeah.
They put on the Dubai shows and...
they sell out. Like, you've got Belfast all the time selling out, Liverpool selling out, like random places, Maidstone and stuff, bang, sell out, Cardiff now. It's just all... So, MTK, like, they kind of like taking over a bit.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
They've got so many fighters now from different areas. They're just putting shows on it left, right, and centre, and they just taking it apart. Really, it's like you got the big ones like Eddie and Frank, but they're not far below now. They can be because they got all this money and stuff, and it's just.
If you think of the scale of MTK now, I would hazard to say that if they're probably bigger than Frank Warren, they put on more shows.
True.
And
take BT away from Frank Warren, because let's face it, I don't know what's happened with Box Nation. It's still on my fucking telly. I haven't paid for it for fucking 2 years.
It's like Frank's, like everyone seems to have left him, like
everyone. Billy Joe
last week.
Billy Joe Saunders.
Zelfa Barrett just signed for
Matchroom. Yeah, good fighter as well. But he's doing something with Josh Taylor, and
Well, what happened was Josh Taylor signed with Top Rank,
didn't he? Warren.
That's
Once Warren's gone. He had no world champion.
But then Fury.
That's right,
And now he's got Fury.
Nah, you haven't got Fury though.
No, see, this is the thing. Yeah, it's because they signed with Top Rank. Because they signed with Top Rank.
So they do like a joint
and over in this...
Well, it's not even a joint. What it seems to be, right, is he's kept in as like a bit of a face.
Yeah.
Fury's with Bob Adam.
Yeah.
And Fury is...
Fury
and one of the reasons why Fury's doing so well, I don't know whether... Only because
I get side money or something.
Yes, you're getting something, like, but... But saying that, you can imagine Frank Warren just wanting to be there, just to be there, like, to keep your face in, like. And Fury not only signed with Bob Annan, he signed with a PR girl called, I can't think of her name, but on Instagram she's Melt PR, right? Blonde-haired, bird, smart girl.
American, Pete.
She's British, but she's based in America, and she takes care of Fury's PR. Now, since you've taken care of it, you've done the wrestling, you've done all the fucking 3 shows in Vegas, and it's changed it. You've done the fucking show on ITV, and it's like no little thing. Like Liam Gallagher done the same. Liam Gallagher finished with a girl from All Saints, and man, he's getting married to this PR girl. And Liam Gallagher was not doing nothing, suffering mental health. He's fucking no record contract, got with this girl, and this girl changed his career. He's had 2 documentaries. He's on tour all the fucking time. And the same happened with Fury. All of a sudden, Fury went from nothing.
Superstar now, mate.
Superstar. Biggest star in boxing. Way bigger than Canelo. Way bigger.
He's the biggest star in boxing.
Of course he is.
Biggest face in boxing.
Everyone
knows him, doesn't he?
Everyone.
Yeah. But Josh Taylor, I thought Josh Taylor, after he won the
Super Series.
WSB,
boxing Super Series,
boxing Super Series, that's WBSS, that's what I was looking for. I thought he was going to sign, because they did his fight with Progress was on Matchroom. It was on
Sky.
Yeah. So I thought, right, he's won that, he'll sign with Matchroom now, and I think Ed Ewan would have tried to sign him. But Josh Taylor seems to be one of them that, like, you know, goes to the beat of his own drum.
He carves his own path.
Yeah. So he had gone, brilliant. I love watching it. If you think about it, he came through Cyclone and was fighting on Channel 5 and shit like that, and still got the world title, because it's just on ability alone. Didn't even need that big profile push that some people need to get to the world title. And then he won in that classic, probably the best fight I saw of last year.
Great fight.
Unbelievable.
That was nip and tuck all the way through.
Off the set, you know, when it was back and forth. I think Taylor was getting on top, and then
it was like round after round, wasn't it? It was like Taylor won that round, then progressed on the next round.
It was incredible. And I thought he signed with Matchroom, but then obviously Top Rank have had a look at him and gone, well, we make an offer, and he's jumped in that way. But I saw an actual interview with him and Eddie Ewan last week. Where were they? What was on last week? Oh, it was Scott Quigg card.
On Carlo.
Yeah, Scott Quigg, John Joe Cal, but it was the next day, and they were in a train station ready to travel back to London, and Coogan Cassius was with Eddie Ewan, and Josh Taylor happened to be standing on the train platform next to him because he'd been to the show the night before.
No way.
Yeah, I think it was last week, and they had this little conversation, and Coogan filmed it, and how Eddie Ewan was saying, look, I would have loved to have had him, but he's with a great promotion. I wish him all the best. He's a fantastic fighter, and we never know further down the line, that type of thing. Yeah. Like, you know, so
money talks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was as well that there's, to get the unification fights that he wanted, they were top ranked fighters. Yeah. So it made more sense for him to go there to get the unification fights for himself, like, because he's obviously. He's not one of them that doesn't want the tough fights. He's had tough fights for a large part of his career.
He's had good fights all the way through,
If you think when he fought Oara Davis was Matchroom's little bright light at that point. You know, they really fancied Oara Davis, and Eddie Ewan let him fight on Channel 5 against Josh Taylor because he thought Oara Davis was going to turn Josh Taylor over. And he didn't, did he? He got battered, you know. So Josh Taylor always, and then he go into this WBSS, and none of his fights were walkovers, you know, and he was in a couple of real tough fights, good quality, and then that progressed. Oh my god, it was many
waiting
fights.
For that WBSS to come down to the lower weight, so.
Yeah, you fancy
that?
Straight in there.
Really?
They offered me, yeah, 100%. Well, they do the 4 champions when they first, and then they'll have to pick 4 other people, but
there's no reason why not.
Title chance, I've got to be.
You think about it now. You think about it now. Essentially, you've got, you know, the European, you've got the IBF International and the Commonwealth. On top of that, you've just come off a fucking fantastic performance against arguably the number 1 in the division, right? And you looked on kindly. We were with MTK. It all could all work out.
That class if they did it. They should bring it down to the lower weights. I think they've done every other weight.
It's a weird time though. Next, if you look at what happened with the end of the last WBSS, because the fucking cruiserweight still haven't finished yet. Right?
No, I know.
You know, it's still, you know, Brady's and Dorticus. Or did it finish last week or something? I think it's coming up if it's not been finished, but it dragged on.
It's going to drag on.
Callum Smith, and you know when Callum Smith it dragged on, didn't it? And it ended up playing some on Sky and
like 4 big fights in it, 4 world title fights or whatever they are, and then they have like I don't know how many 4 months gap in it really, and then they fight again. And
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I like the setup.
I like the setup. The first time round, the cruiserweight one was fucking brilliant, which was 6-1, brilliant. But there were some crackers because. The semi-finals, Bradis and Usyk and Dorticus and who's the boy the side of Matchroom now, he's gone up to heavyweight. Usyk beat in the final. Gassiev. Those two fights alone were just absolutely brilliant. Gassiev knocked out Dorticus the 11th.
In the semi-final, brilliant.
Yeah. And Usyk, Brady's fight. Brady's gave Usyk his toughest fight so far, didn't he?
Was that the split decision one, was it?
I think it was, yeah. The final, actually, Usyk won the final a lot more comfortably than he did win the semi-final, like, you know. But say the setup was fucking brilliant, putting all them together, and say the Josh Taylor one, Callum Smith one was good.
You find out pretty much who's the best, didn't you?
Of course you do, yeah.
You find out who's the best, wasn't it? But from the keep all the belts, I guess, without fake hating them, it's just quite hard because each one of them, they all have different mandatories, don't they? So sometimes they overlap with each other.
Yeah, you've got to keep them sweet.
And and the sanctioning fees. So if you fight for all of them, you've got a sanctioning fee for every single belt then as well. So money on each.
These are the things fans don't know about, isn't it? Sanctioning fees. Who the fuck would know about a sanctioning fee?
You've got sanctioning fees for every, like the WBC will have theirs, you have IBF have theirs, WBO will have another one, WBA, and then you've got to pay all them. So that's like a couple of grand straight up the purse straight away without even doing anything. It's
like this now with the AJ and Fury thing. People just go, I can make that fight next.
So it'd be undisputed. But
it can't be undisputed because Poole have been waiting on for ages for his WBC.
Dillian White have been waiting around for ages.
I feel sorry for him.
Feel sorry, my apple,
2 years, like.
And like Usyk he's next in line then. The WBO manager is going to come around as long as he beats Chisora, like, and then you're going to wait
That's
again.
what it'll happen, see.
Yeah.
Just keep on doing this.
That's why these guys. You look at Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford won the undisputed title, didn't he? And then he gave up the IBF immediately because they wanted him to fight within 90 days or something.
Yeah, it's mad. It is. That's what they do, see.
He was like
20 days.
Really?
He was undisputed.
Which is never going to happen, is it? You're never going to fight in.
Not if you've had a tough fight as well.
No.
Like, do I want to fight in 90 days again?
Exactly,
I need a break.
Yeah, that's why it's hard for anyone to keep the belts. You get unified champions, but not so many.
So they just vacate then one of them and or two of them just to give other people a shot.
Of course,
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
And then the money keeps rolling in rather than, you know what I mean?
So when you sign with MTK then, they put on a show in the Vale.
Yeah.
The Welsh show, and you fought on that. Then your next fight after that was a European title fight.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said we'll give you like a nice one to get back into it because they didn't fight today. And then they just went, we'll get you a title shot then. So the initial one was Vincent Legrand for the European. So they went to Rome, bid for that. They won it. But then that Vincent Legrand pulled out and then moved up 2 weights then. And then Nat Moreno just fought Charlie Edwards and he said he'd fight me. So they chucked him in for that.
Because I watched them against Charlie Edwards.
Whatever they said, MTK, they have delivered on everything.
Really?
Everything.
No, sometimes when they say to you, especially because the way you've been treated in the past, like when someone like me is having a sit down with you, I don't know how it works. He comes to the gym or we go to the office, whatever. When he tells you, I'm going to do this, sometimes you think, oh fuck, I've heard it all before.
Well, I have heard it all before, and I was just thinking, could it be too good to be true? But so they are delivering everything they've said. They've said they'll get me a European title shot. They got it, and then the next phone call was, "Do you want Paddy Barnes in Belfast?" So I said, "Yeah." What's it? He said it looks like it could be for an eliminator, or an IBF. And I was like, "Yeah, no worries, done." And then it was pretty much after I won. I was like, it was either. The phone call we had was it was either going to be an IBF eliminator for the IBF World title or a straight shot at the WBC, which is no brainer for me. It wasn't, so I was just like WBC all day long. So that's what it was. So and everyone knows the story. I was in Paris, right, and then I had the phone call in coming through, and my dad and I was trying to ring me. Well, my phone died in Paris. The battery ran out.
It was out in Paris on like a trip away, like,
Disneyland, New Year's Eve it was.
Right, amazing, right, And, this New Year's Eve gone?
Yeah.
Fuck, great. So we on fucking Space Mountain, and every fucker's trying to get hold of him, fucking...
So, my battery's died, got back to the hotel, plugged it in, next minute, phone's going crazy. It's like Lee and Gary, like, my dad, ring me, what's going on? So I rang my dad, he was like, we got it, we got a shot.
Fuck.
I was like, what do you mean? He was like, we got WBC, we got a straight shot in the WBC. I was like, Told my girlfriend, told me.
Yeah.
Told,
Told my girlfriend, told Pluto, the dog, innit? He was having his photo with Mickey Mouse at the time,
we
wasn't
got WBC and obviously everyone's chuffed to bits, and I was like, Jesus. So obviously, and I landed on, I come home on a Saturday, went to sleep then, and then I straight back in the camp then on Saturday evening, and pretty much run all weekend straight in the gym on Monday and trained for 2 months and pretty much all till the fight.
Where were you in America? What date was that?
June.
Because that's the night that you fought Moreno, whenever he won title. It was the same night that he
Right, nice.
fought.
Yeah, I got it.
The reason why
you're fucking not gonna believe this. I got fucking goosebumps again. This is gonna happen once more when I tells him what his old man when he fucking at the end of the fight. We're in New York the morning after Joshua fought, and Joshua lost to Ruiz. Like, so we're in a bar in New York. We got a bottle of Cronus. No, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. We're sitting at the bar with a bottle watching ESPN, and Teddy Atlas is on the telly talking about you.
Was he? Yeah.
And this is the night after. I got fucking goosebumps. Like, fuck. This is the night after AJ fought Ruiz, and Teddy Atlas is praising you up the fuck. And me, Dempsey, and Luke are like, fuck! It's fucking Jay Harris! And it's Teddy Atlas talking, and he's giving it the old, we are firemen! And all that shit. And I mean, like, fucking Teddy Atlas knows who Jay Harris is. Fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? I know he was like, chuffed seeing you up here fucking.
That's mad.
And there's no way you'd have known because it was like American fucking. It was like American telly, like American equivalent to Sky Sports News. So you're never gonna ever know that they talk about you. That's fucking amazing.
Well, I was going to go with them, but it ended up being, it was my missus' cousin's wedding the same day, right? So I couldn't go. So I'm in a wedding, sitting on a table with me is Nicky Harris. And just over there is Paul Thomas, right? Because he's with them and I was my missus' cousin, right? So we'd have a baby all through the day, as you can well imagine. And I'm like, Jay's on later, so I get my phone out. We had my phone, so look how big my phone is, right? We had it propped up on the bar, like this, the three of us, me, Paul and Nicky, when he was on, just pissed as fuck by this point, because it was late on, when it was watching it on the bar, fucking shouting, the Champions League final was on over there.
No,
Paul was back and forth, because he's big Liverpool
fan,
and we was watching, I was just watching the box, and he was fucking torturing me about the Liverpool fucking game. But I'd seen Moreno fight against Charlie Edwards. Charlie Edwards, I actually think that was one of Charlie Edwards' best performances.
Yeah, it was good.
Really good. But he never fucking did what you did to him. Because you walked all over him.
Yeah.
Like, the difference was Charlie was like, into the combo, boxing on the back foot, whereas you just sort of seemed to just batter him for 12 rounds.
Yeah, that was, well, it wasn't a game plan. It was just, he was a come full fighter all the time. So my dad just said, pretty much see what he's like on the back foot. So I just took the centre and just forced him back pretty much and give one of my best performances.
I thought so. I was, you think when you're 3 rounds in, it's going, gosh, it's going right now. Can Jay keep us up 4, 5, 6? By the end, it was like fucking. It seemed like a bit of a canter. Like it was quite easy through.
But the last couple of camps now, we've been fit as hell. To be fair, we've got like the guys at AGM boxing, like they do all the strength and conditioning for me, and they do a lot of swimming. It just puts me fitness through the roof. It does. I hate swimming as well.
Where do you go for swimming?
It's down to Netty, DW Fitness.
Right.
But I dread it when he says you're going in the pool. It's so hard, like, so hard. He's a big fella as well, Joel, right? He's about the size of a dog.
Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
We know him well as Joel Thompson.
Joel.
Yeah,
he's about the size of the dog.
He's a fucking monster.
So when he's got me swimming, right, he's got me in his clothes. So I got his hoodie on, his tracksuit bottoms, and imagine that trying to swim 25 metres.
He thinks you're back in fucking school trying to get that black brick up the bottom of the pool, innit?
I'm trying to swim, it's so hard. But when you take all the clothes off and about a week or two later,
flying around like
gone. But that's pretty much easy helped me with my fitness.
So how did these come out? So this Alistair kid as well.
Yeah, that's it. He's always helped in a way anyway. But then he's brought up this new business and stuff with the boxing and that. And it's
so they call AGM boxing.
Yeah, he just he supports the boxers pretty much. Helps us out massively. Does.
Money, food, shit like guys. Yeah.
Just all the stress and conditioning that sometimes like a bit of publicity and all that.
Yeah.
He's really good with the social media sort of stuff.
Amazing.
And yeah, they've been great there with the training.
Yeah.
Because I don't do much strength and conditioning. My dad was just pretty much boxing only. Like
I could imagine Peter's old school as fuck. You know what I mean?
And he doesn't know as much as Joel knows about strength and conditioning and weights and what not to do and swimming and all that. So it's nice to have him on that side.
Yeah.
And not and then just do it that way. And it's worked brilliant for the last.
I think that's the way it is now, isn't it? You know, like I think we had Jack Shaw, innit? And Jack Shaw obviously does the jiu-jitsu with his own man, but then he was doing
boxing
with Gary Lockett,
yeah.
and then strength and conditioning and it fucking works, doesn't it?
Does work.
You know, it does work.
Gives you a break from it.
Yes.
Like, I go up and see
Split
Gary
it
as
up.
well, like once or twice a week, whatever. But you know, seeing different people all the time. If you're with someone for so long all the time, it does get a bit monotonous and seeing the same people, you can get on your tits a little bit, can it? But no, but the way it's been the last couple of camps have been unbelievable. They work so good, and the fitness has gone through the roof, and my performances have gone sky high, like pretty much.
Do you feel yourself as like a better boxer?
Unbelievable, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like just like that bit of sharpness still in you, and your fitness is through, like on the 12th round of the fight, I was still alright.
Yeah.
I wasn't like knackered.
Yeah.
You say my dad was going, no, are you alright? I was you gas, like, and I was like, I'm alright. I'm not bad. Like it's not like I'm proper fucked.
Yeah.
I can carry on. I'm good, like.
You wouldn't know, but it was fascinating in between rounds. Watching it, I think it gives you an extra thing. If it's a big Joshua fight, chances are I have a couple of bevies who got it fucking on in a big TV. I had it on in a fucking tablet, so earphones on. So when he went back the corner, he really fucking engrossed in it, like. And the round he knocked you down, he goes back the corner, and he sits on his stool. He goes, and the old man goes, fuck, I know, boy. It would have been as fucking, you know, it would have been that round.
I said, like, people said, oh, what did you need to go down? I said I wouldn't have gone down if I did.
Yeah.
But fair dues to him, I could have taken the first shot, the left, but he come round and smacked me with the right. So fair dues, I had to take a knee because I said if I stood up, it would have been a lot worse for myself. You know, trying to just hold on or whatever.
But I think that's intelligent. That's boxing IQ, isn't it?
Take the knee, take the 8 count, take the rest, get back up, and to be fair, I won the rest of the round after that. I boxed well.
Is he as strong as he looks?
Do you know, watching it back, right? I've watched it back about 8, 9, so many times now. I think the commentary is well off in some of it, but I think I should have fought him a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because I had when it seems like I've had a go, like proper had a go at him, it seems like don't know what to do a bit like backs off a little bit more.
I think he was used to having his own way.
Yeah, and he didn't really have his own way against me.
No, he didn't. No.
Like I was listening to comedy. I watched the different comedies, like the Americans ones, which is right. We would practice like, don't stay on the ropes. Once you back hits the ropes, get off, because he likes to, once you're on the ropes, he likes to just tunnel in.
Yeah.
Just keep him pummeling. That's what he did to Rosales as well. And the guy got stuck on the ropes, just let it loose. So as soon as my back touched the ropes, he just made sure I got off. Take the centre of the ring again, so he has to reset himself. But I think maybe down the line after a couple more fights, maybe if I get it, I'd have to fight him again.
No, listening to you talking now, and listening to the old man, you actually feel, you haven't gone in there as a contender, you actually sounds as if you fucking gutted him, tried and fucking didn't beat him, like.
Yeah, because
as a loss, you've come out of this loss better than probably all of your wins.
Yeah.
Because you've gone into it as a relative unknown, and you've come out of it. You might not listen to a Fight Disciples podcast.
Yeah.
Very good. If you ever get a chance, 2 minutes, stick on the chocolate Tito one, because all they do is talk about it. Basically, and a really big podcast, like one Scouser, one Mank, like. And he was saying, fucking hell, before we go on about chocolate, I can't say fuck, Roman Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Before he goes on about Roman Gonzalez versus Carly fight, he said, I gotta say, he said, fight the other night, didn't even win his fight. He said, fucking props to Jay Harris, gone out there against that fucking weights, probably pound for pound number 1. And that guy had got fucking balls of fucking steel. He said, if he's not a future world champion, I don't know my boxing. And again, I'm on my round, walking around, thinking, fucking love it, fucking, you know what I mean?
No, we were, like, as we went out there, I knew technically I was a better boxer.
I think
You
there's
could
no
see
doubt
that.
in
I think
You
that's
see it.
100%.
I knew and I knew thought if I didn't get into like so much of a war, it's like gonna be mine. That was my mindset. If we stick to what it was, but what was saying with him, it was very unpredictable. It was weird,
Yeah, I can
right?
see that.
Because do you know when you like fighters and whatever, you can normally read someone's body language when you're fighting. Like someone's gonna throw a right hand, they're gonna normally throw a left hook over the top, or something's coming with a left. But he would like. He'd throw an uppercut and then or mid-throw he'd change it to a straight. So or throw an up and then change it to a... And you'd just be like, what?
He seemed to get his feet all over the place so much.
Square
like,
or
he got square as
changing.
fuck.
But he's beatable. He is beatable, honestly.
One thing I noticed, and we talked
Strong.
about
He
it.
is a strong...
Look, very strong.
This we talked about
And
this.
as I said, the punches... There wasn't like so much knock me out and I'm out. It's just like they hurt.
Thud.
Thud. So you like get it in the face. It's like fuck. That hurt.
Yeah.
They weren't concussive,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah, fuck,
every
they were
shot
awful.
he landed, whether it be on the shoulder, like maybe like to the body or fuck, he won't catch you clean all the time. Like I said, he'd catch you on the shoulder, but it was like a fucking, it sounded like a baseball bat. And he was like, I don't know how, next day he must be
that's
making
what it
all
is,
over.
like, I've watched it, like, and some of the body punches, like they said, oh, they're good bodies. Some of them wasn't, like, it didn't.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
they didn't, because I'd stay like that, I covered up. They take a lot, but that's the noise in it. It's like a...
Cool.
Yeah, because when you were dropping a left hook into the body, they look way cleaner. You know what I mean? It's like, well, smacking this lovely body shot from Jazz, but the way he throws and whatever it is, some people just like that, innit?
Yeah.
It's like as if he knock you off balance a little bit, but the way
He comes flying forward. He is a strong guy. He was strong, and that's the only way we fight is that way. I don't think he'll ever get on his back foot.
There's a lot. Who was I listening to? I think it was actually TTLO podcast because Derry Powell was on it.
Oh,
last
yeah,
week,
yeah.
And they were talking about it, and he's right with what he was saying. Derry Powell was saying that Martinez won't last as long as you may last as regards as long.
Because you can't have every fight like
Because you
that.
can't have every fight being a fucking
No,
a
you can't
war.
have-
Like, and he had a war with Rosales as well, didn't he, for as long as it lasted. Like, and he's just got that style. No matter who we put him in, we put him in with any one of the other champions. If you don't walk him over within 2 or 3, you're going to be in a tough old fucking.
But you look at Jay's 2 previous fights.
Yeah.
Did he hardly get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he was
But
like
he-
way on top.
Yeah,
Because like the Paddy Barnes one, think with yourself, right? Someone said to me the week before the fight, oh, how do you think he's just going to get outclassed? And I went, I'll be honest, right? He's not favourite going in. I said, but none of us know how good Jay is, really. Not even Jay, really. Because every time you put someone in front of Jay, he stepped up like Paddy Barnes had this fucking amateur pedigree and fucking, do you go to the Olympics and everything, right? And I went, every time we put someone in front of Jay, he just steps up. So who's to say that he don't go in with this world fucking...
I will say, I never thought for a second he'd lose to Paddy Barnes. Never thought for a second.
No.
And I had conversations with people who went, what? This literally said to me, Paddy Barnes is a bronze medal in the Olympics and stuff. I went, fuck's that got to do with it?
Yeah,
I said, what the fuck is that got to do with it? I said, generally, Paddy Barnes, without being disrespectful, of course he'd fucking weigh me in, but he hadn't showed anything in his pro career that and he said himself, didn't he?
That tweet was amazing.
But he hadn't showed anything in his pro career that made me think that he could beat you. And especially with the size difference and everything, I just felt you do to him what you just fucking did to him. You know what I mean? You had your way with him, like. And I think that fight is the coming out party for you, really, more than the Moreno fight. Because Paddy Barnes is a name.
Yeah.
And people are going, fucking hell. But the commentary, it was Barry Jones and who's the other guy on?
Rollins, is it?
Rollins. And like I think at first
they couldn't believe it, could they?
Yeah, at first they start sort of like more, not so much Barry Jones, but I think it's more like, because Paddy Barnes is there, boy. You know what I mean? But then by a couple of rounds in, they're like, fucking hell. And like they were, you know, especially Barry Jones was right behind you. And it was how impressed he was with your performance, like, you know. And you say you come out of that then, and it didn't surprise me you got a world title fight. Because this is one thing I want to ask you. Do you think Eddie Hearn, because obviously he's Martinez promoter in the US, does he think, he looks at you and he goes, that's a great fucking little fight that is, but I think he can beat Jay. Jay's got an undefeated record. Does he look at you that way, do you think?
I don't know, maybe.
Or does he look at you thinking, oh, that guy deserves it, I'll give him a chance? Or is it a bit of all of it?
Well, I don't know, he said at the time when he said, I looked at the rankings and I seen that fellow Brit was like ranked, I was like number 5 at the minute, and he said, see if he fancied the opportunity pretty much, and obviously I did. And that's I just took it up in a heartbeat really, and he come up to me after the fight and he was like, the fight's all finished, and he said after 8, he had it all even, he said, I didn't know which way it was going to go. He was like, until the knockdown, he said it kind of swayed it then for me, but he said up until 8, he said I didn't know what the fuck was going to go on. He said I didn't.
Because I thought a couple of the scorecards were fair, but one was way off, wasn't it?
Yeah,
one was
stupid.
118.
One he gave me like 1 round, he did.
No, that was
You what?
Give me like 1 round.
That's impossible.
No,
See,
that
this
was
is what. This is why people are going to fucking MMA, isn't it?
Someone's like, I think it must have been like Macklin or something like that, commentary, and he said, these are pretty even rounds. He said, I'm going to give it to Martinez because he's the champ. Well, don't give it as
I don't get that.
give it as you see
Yeah.
it. Don't just give it because you're the champ.
Yeah,
See what he watches.
do all the
It's annoying, isn't it?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
2 boxing phrases that fucking does my head in. Styles make fights, because that's just a fucking random throwaway comment that they all likes to use, right? And when they say, oh yeah, but you've got to take it off the champion. No, it's just a normal fight. What you've got to do is, these 2 people forget who needs to land in the ring. Like, say, who needs to come down, take all the belts away, and who need to be watching this fight.
Yeah.
You don't need to be thinking, oh, well, he's the champion, so the challenger, I've got to fucking really physically take it off him. No, it's this fight. It don't matter what he's done in the last 10 years. It's this fight now who score that. Like.
One thing I will say is, and I noticed this with a
There's a
lot
lot
of
of close rounds they would give
to Martinez.
Yes, just because he's Martinez.
If you-
It's bullshit.
It's not just that as well, mate, right? Because you've got 30 fans there, and he the whole crowd is with him, right? So if he throws a punch and it lands, there's a fucking roar. If you throw a punch and it lands, there's no roar. So the judges are looking at it, and they're here. It will sway them.
Of course it will.
Sway them. So when you're in a close fight, which I felt that was a close fight, the judges will be slightly swayed. But I couldn't fault, and being perfect as I couldn't fault a couple of the scorecards. I thought that
115, 130, I didn't argue at all with that.
there we are, right? But that one that was way off, that's that one right.
I didn't argue at all.
No.
When they said 115, 130, I kind of went like,
All right,
because of the knockdown and whatever, and there's got to be a couple of other rounds I might have lost or whatever.
You think though, right? Let's say the roles are reversed.
How is it so different? Like,
Yes, exactly.
115,
Let's say you fight him in the
119,
motor point. Let's say you fight him in the motor point.
It's different score. It's different again, isn't it?
Different scores again.
That's what I said.
Exactly the same fight.
Loads of people said if you fought them in Britain, that would have been a totally different fight.
But that's the way it goes, see?
It shouldn't be like
That's
that.
all
It
my
should be straight down the line.
See, that's what you've got to say to MTK
Judge
now.
the fight as you see it.
That's what you've got to say to MTK now. We'll have the rematch in the UK.
Imagine that.
Oh.
Imagine that.
You know he'd be up for it.
Yeah.
Because he
Fucking
don't go fucking
yeah,
around,
he seems the type who don't give a fuck.
No.
You know, but on the other hand though, was he expecting that night?
No.
Honestly, was he expecting another
I
walkover?
don't think anybody was expecting it,
No.
to be fair, were they? Because
No.
I was pretty much the underdog all the way through.
I felt a lot of the betting
mad.
wasn't giving you enough respect. Like.
It was 4-1 just for him to go to points.
Fuck
4-1.
yeah.
4-1 just points. For not knock me out. It's mad odds, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the madder odds actually was the Fury odds, wasn't it? Because the Fury, some of the boys were making big money on Fury stoppage. Yeah. Wayne Saunders had the fucking round and everything, 26-1. I had like a tenner on it.
60.
Yeah. Happy days. You think of that? They just had no. So sometimes the bookies will get it completely wrong. You know what I mean? They must have been.
That's what I said. I said when people were saying, I said, how many times the bookies had it wrong? I said the underdogs win.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have said Ruiz beat Joshua, would you?
Never in a million fucking.
Think how much money was bet against you. You're in the States. You're in Texas. Big Mexican. Population in fucking Texas. They're all chucking money on him. When you were keeping it close, I bet those bookies were having a fucking flat. You know. But that's the way it goes, and as an away fighter, I'm sure you know, as an away fighter, that's what you got to fucking do.
Yeah, that's what my dad said as well. He said it's going to points. He said, I don't think you're going to get any points. He said because you're in America, pretty much. But I would have agreed with like 115, 130, and I would have, if they were all like that.
Close fight.
I'd say just putting the knockdown would have swayed it a lot, wouldn't it? But
it is what it is. You know yourself, you'll be disappointed because you're a winner and you want to fucking win everything. But you didn't lose in the grand scheme of things.
No, I showed exactly where I was I showed that I belong at the eye level, like I did, and not down the bottom anymore. I showed myself on a world stage pretty much.
Like I said, sometimes a gallant loss is as good as an average win, isn't it? Because like that fucking loss now, people are like, all of a sudden now,
my profile went
absolutely. Yes,
all of a sudden, everyone knew who Jay Harris was. Like everyone, we've said loads of times, you don't have the respect from Swansea, right? Which is what it is. You can't help that. You know, fucking some people not into boxing and all that. No, that weekend. Fucking hell. I was fucking sick of Jay Harris, motherfucker. Suddenly, I couldn't get rid of the cunt. Fucking unbelievable.
People said, I've never seen you face to face.
Amazing. But it was lovely to see when random girls, like 40-year-old women, saying fucking Jay Harris.
I nearly killed my father-in-law. We was having a baby at my house, and I was looking at the time, I said, oh, you're going to have to fuck off. It was just early on in the night. So you have to fuck off because I'm going to my head down. Because I'm going to get back up to watch Jay again. All right. The next thing is 10 o'clock. Next thing is 11 o'clock. And I went, fuck it, I'm staying up. He said, I'll stay up with you. And then my missus was there, kids was in bed, like my missus' stepmother. Right. Next thing, we sitting there just before the fight's about to start. Right. My missus' stepmother she gone to the toilet. She comes back. She goes, oh, you two, where the fuck's Andrew gone? I don't know. He'd gone up my back garden, right? Must have gone up for fucking piss up against the wall or something, like a fucking scruff, because he can't walk upstairs. And he fucking went head first over one of the plant pots. I was face down on the patio. That's what 18 stone, right? I couldn't get it.
It was the worst knockout of the night next to Cali Pike.
He was face down on the floor. There was fucking lamping down the ring. Me and my missus trying to pick him up like I'm pissed as fuck. And just about woke him up then to fucking watch you fight. He fucking ended up sleeping on my settee. That's the first time that I've stayed up like that in a very, very long time.
To watch a fight?
To watch a fight.
Yeah, it was all around, like Swansea was having lock-ins and everything, like the Fords had a lock-in, they said they had about 80-200 people on there.
Really? And that's just for them, that's fucking amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. We used to do it regularly, didn't we? When we were young. Nazi Mohammed, loads.
Well, randomly, it got me thinking the other week, we used to go up Trees of Breedensea. You know, fucking old man with no trees, or fucking really what Colin's ex-wife, like. And every big fight, we'd watch it there, wouldn't we? Yeah. You know, it'd be a gang of boys with piling trees as fucking living room. She's the only fuck I knew who had Sky. You know what I mean? And you'd watch it on the big telly up there when it all the Lewis fights, all the Tyson fights.
And then Colin had the Bryn then, so Colin would just keep the Bryn over.
And
we watched Nazi Man and Kevin Kelly. And
well, it was our Sunday team was fucking brilliant. We had a hell of a Sunday team, but then Colin Breen took over the fucking Bremelin. Fuck, we flew down the leagues like fucking like Barnett. It'd be going straight to fucking straight to football. The other team would be having oranges. We'd be having bottles of red Bacardi Breezer for the Bremelin. Fucking, it was crackers. Like,
it was like I was trying to work out what fight I'd stayed up for, because all about like Tyson Fury, the first time he fought, anytime he fight in America or whatever, I'll get my head down. And I get up and get back up before, you know, because I just get up for the main event, and I do the same with the UFC. If John Jones is fighting, Conor McGregor's fighting, and then like I'll go to bed about 10 and I get back up. But it was because of where you were. It was a little bit sort of limbo land.
Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning. I was 2 winning.
I decided to stay up, and I was thinking it was the last time I'd done that. Was Ricky Attencosta's Zoo.
Was it? Yeah.
That's how long ago it was. Because I ain't got the stamina now to do it, especially because I got kids. Because I gotta fucking get up and act like a fucking
responsible adult.
And there's me, you know, not so much about that. Like, fuck, you know, it was like a fucking minge the next day trying to fucking act like a normal human being, like. But it was worth it. It was amazing.
Amazing. And like I said, your profile went through the fucking. Profile went through the roof like.
I just spent the whole next day just watching IFL, watching everyone bragging you up.
Amazing.
Fair dues, like all the interviews and stuff. Like, everyone was so nice, like, and they were just so supportive. They just come in, they were like, bloody hell, what they didn't expect it. I think.
No one
did. Thinking like, what a fight that was.
Yeah.
And that was the commentator, the long dreadlocks was it?
David Diamante.
Yeah. Even he said it like a couple of days later on another Matchroom show, like a week later or something, he said, "Oh, you got these fighters." He said, "Did you see J.R.S. and Martinez in the war like?"
And this fucker's calling fucking big fights every weekend, mate.
Yeah.
And he's remembering who, like, you know.
When you're in there like that and you're throwing down, do you realise what a fight you're in?
No, not really. It's just like I don't know. I knew it was an hard fight. Obviously, I knew I was giving it as good as I got, but I didn't think I'd get the reception that I got off. Obviously, at the end of it, I knew it was a good. Must have been a good fight because I had pretty much a round of applause off all of it.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
Cheering me out, going, "JRS, Mexico loves you."
Fuck you too! I'm behind Trump, build a wall, you motherfuckers! That's spitting at you, yeah? You only say it because my old girl's gonna fill you in, you fucks.
It was mad. And so, obviously, then a couple of days later, when that settled and stuff, we watched it back and I didn't realise how good of a fight it was.
Yeah,
pretty much, because it was toe to toe, pretty much. All we did.
It was fucking 12 rounds, like.
Such
I was tired watching it.
Yeah.
Such an high-paced fight, and even the commentators was thinking, Jesus, are they going to carry on going this pace?
But like you said about the cardio, like I never once looked at you and thought, oh, he's looking like he's gassing. It always looked like you had plenty of stamina.
No,
that
I
never
was
looked
alright.
like it was going to be an issue.
Honestly, if my stamina was great, honestly, I'm not lying. It's been the best. The last couple of camps now, when I've done this, has been the best I've felt. I've had proper camps as well, but this is the best I've had.
So now we go back to what we were saying. You land on the Saturday the week before, is it?
Yeah.
What is the fight week like? I don't know how it would be for you. It must be nerve-wracking for you. As an outsider, you'd be fucking great. Be amazing.
You know,
like.
as it goes, like the Saturday, Sunday, as I said, was boring because we didn't have nothing to do. It's an horrible week anyway because you watch and you wait and whatever.
Bad
and
mood.
to be fair, all the restaurants around there was like all full of fatty food. It was
Course,
solid.
yeah.
And you got to try and. But lucky for us, we found a Thai place that did the right food. And so the first 2 days were boring. Then you got the Monday and onwards. It was like the Monday was face to face. Tuesdays then were like.
Because that alone, because I remember you saying, because you was literally stood next to Mikey Garcia, Joseph Parker.
Calify's next to me, Jesse Vargas the other side.
That must be
Singing.
Chocolito. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chocolito's by me, and I was just thinking, I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
I was like, my God. But
you also got to try and play it cool as well, man.
I have to think I'm here for a reason.
Exactly, yeah.
But obviously, like, everyone was saying, oh, when you're there, what are you going to be like? Is it going to be... And like, I'm in a win-win situation there. I'm in Texas. I'm here for a reason, obviously. I'm just going to take it all. I'm just going to embrace it all.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. Enjoy it
That's
because
a great way to be like.
I'll never know if I'm going to be back here again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I might as well enjoy it while it is. So that's what was my mentality all week. I was like, well, we got media day today. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just
That's
enjoy it.
fucking
Just
great
talk to
attitude.
people.
Like.
Just have, because people were like, obviously after the fight and stuff, people were surprised that you were having pictures with everybody but like Calify, he didn't have pictures with anybody. He just went straight to his hotel
Right.
because obviously it was a bad.
Of course, yeah.
He just lost his WBA title, but yeah, you know, the people that wanted me to sign stuff and talk to him and pictures and stuff. It was just.
Must have spun you out, like.
It was just like all this, and I'm all for loss as well. It was just people queuing up to have pictures with me. It was
unbelievable.
nuts. I never experienced it.
Yeah.
Because I went to see my mother, and I got mobbed in the arena. And then when I got to the hotel was right next to the arena, so all the crowd was coming out and cutting through the hotel. Yeah. So all the boxers were staying there. So as I was coming down, changed then, ready to have a couple of pints with the boys and that, there's just mobbed in the hotel and loads of people everywhere. Jay, can I have a picture? Whoa.
You're just trying to go for a pint, like.
Yeah.
Like, my dad's like, yes. Come on, we gotta go for a pint.
He's fucking gagging.
Yeah, he's gagging, yeah.
My dad and everybody was like, he couldn't believe I got up after on the 10th round. He was like, you got, as I said, got some balls to get up on 10 there because it took like 2 good body shots. And he's like, fair dues, you got some art on you.
Well, you might not have fucking won a notice at the time. I've told you.
Yeah, we talked about it, didn't we?
Talked about a lot. At the bell goes, your old man runs in, and he picks you up, and the microphone have caught it somehow, and he picked you up, and you go, my boy. And I fucking, mate, it was like when I watched The Champ. Me and my missus are nearly fucking crying in the living room. And when he went, my boy, I fucking gone, oh my God, how proud is that man now? Like, fucking amazing.
Even though like we lost and whatever, it was, as I said, it wasn't like a lot. We done well. Like we showed everybody like how good we are. Like,
Yeah.
We belong pretty much.
Absolutely. I got to ask you, because this is the question everyone probably wants to know. Is there any chance we're signing with Matchroom?
They want to do stuff. Eddie wants to work with me, but I don't know if it's gonna be like a sign, because I'm currently signed with MTK now for the next.
And look what they've done for you as well. Like,
yeah.
You know.
So.
I thought that.
So
that's what I meant more.
So probably
not so much to sign.
He said that he wants to work with me, because to be fair, after all of, he pretty much praised me up to well. He did.
He loved him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
He didn't stop for about a week. Like, what was the event the week before? I can't remember
the Horn show, wasn't it? Was it Calbrook?
I'm not sure, but he done an interview, and it went viral when he said all the negativity in the world, and he said, I'm going to a show in Texas, and I'll make sure, he said, I'll be tired, I'll be fucking jet lagged, he said, but I'll be in that press conference, and I will fucking give the best press conference Texas have ever seen. I'll know every fighter. I'll know. He said, before he goes on Twitter and everything and slangs people off, just realise that, just try and be nice, like, and I'll go to Texas, I'll know every fighter, I'll know all their records, I'll show them the best fucking press conference they've ever had. And I was like, oh, amazing. Well, then a week later, all he did was talk about Jay Harris. In all fairness to him, like,
Yeah, when you've seen the interview, and he was just like, the fighter of the night, pretty much. He was like, Jay Harris.
Yeah.
And he said, obviously, they want to work, do stuff for me, so if they want to do stuff with me, I'd be happy. Like,
there's a lot of fun fights out there, Mike, when you look at even domestically, like.
Yeah, well, because I suppose in theory, obviously Charlie Edwards have gone up now, but they could, in theory, make that fight.
Yeah.
But obviously Andrew Selby's still around.
Yeah, I think he's going to fight for that now.
He's going to fight for the EBU, is he?
Yeah, because that's gone vacant now.
Right, okay.
Because I had to give it up.
To go for the world title.
WBC, yeah, pretty
so
much.
who's he fighting for that?
A guy Mohammed Abadi meant to be.
Right.
He should win that as well.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's the question that always is asked, I suppose, to you. I think that when you first came on, and it's not really even that long ago, but people may have put Selby just a bit above you.
Yeah, agree.
Now, at this point, there's no way in the world
no chance
they would put Selby above you.
No, it's
because even
things,
it would definitely be, I think you, with your profile, would be up and above him now as well, certainly. Because, especially, I know you can't do like boxing maths or anything like that, but he got stopped, didn't he, by Martinez. You went to 12 rounds, could have won it if it was in a different part of the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Much.
But is that something, because he's signed with MTK as well still?
Yeah.
That's something that could happen.
Potentially happen, it could. But we just have to see what's going on, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're looking...
I would fight anybody.
Yeah, and we know that. I'm sure you're looking at, like, if I'm looking at you now, you're looking at the champions, isn't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Now it's realistic now, because I fought for the WBC now, and it's nice to be up there. Do you know what I mean?
Aside from money, what would the Selby fight bring to now? It wouldn't bring you much.
It wouldn't bring much now, because I've won that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, there's no.
Yeah.
Like, the only other thing, if I went up a weight, then maybe fought for one of them again. But realistically now, I think maybe to try and get a fight now in the summer, maybe, and try and maybe get a world title shot again now.
Yeah.
Because I was looking
in Christmas time.
I was looking at the champions earlier. I think the WBA Super Delakian, is that the guy who went to spar with?
Yeah.
Because we talked about that the first time he was on with you.
The thing is with him, he doesn't fight out of bloody Ukraine.
So you're not going to go over there, are you?
He won't. You never. I don't think he's ever come out of Ukraine, or maybe once he fought in America against Valorian, and that's it. He's never fought.
Well, and he gets the choice of that, is it?
It's mad, because I've seen some of the people he's fought. I don't think he's ever fought one of his mandatories. Like,
yeah. How does he get away with that then?
It's the fucking old, the WBC franchise nonsense and all that.
I don't know how it is, but like this last fight, I think I don't know how he managed, because he was like ranked like. He wasn't even in the top 20 in the world.
Yeah.
And he's fighting for
rolling him over like. Because
Lewis
Lewis,
rankings pop. He's WBA. He's like he's gone. Oh, I'm gonna pick him.
Yeah. Unless
I don't know how it works. The boxing politics. I just go in there tonight and just fight. Obviously, my dad doesn't know much now because he just trains me. But I don't know. We don't really know much about the boxing, like the ranking system and how it works. And normally when you go mandatory, you normally fight next. But then you see for Dillian White 2 years and he still hasn't fought.
And don't look anywhere near getting in the fight.
No. But because obviously the IBF champ is Maruti from South Africa, and he's signed MTK.
So that could be a possibility. That's a high possibility.
Well, I don't know anything about him at all. What's he like?
Good fighter. Seen him spar Dalakian. But obviously.
Was he out there same time as you?
Yeah, we were all together.
And Sonny Edwards as well.
Sonny Edwards, yeah. So he's a lovely fella, he is. He's had a hard life as well, growing up. But he's a tough man.
Be a tough fight.
Yeah, it'll be a tough fight, 100%. But as I said, he's like 37 now.
Right.
Obviously, he's been unbeaten for so long. But Fed was a Japanese fella who fought him last, gave him a hell of a fight. And he was winning until Fedus moved, he hit him with a body and just pummeled him in the 8th round or whatever. But
You'd fancy that one?
I'd fancy that. I'd fight them all, but obviously the WBO now has gone up. It's vacant now, so they got McGregor versus Nakatani, 2 good fighters again. But they're all beatable. Every single one of them. I'd fight any one of them. I won't care.
Yeah.
That's why, like, say people will talk about the Saudi one, but you'd look at it and go, why would I do that? You know.
No, if you're going to get world honours in maybe the next 2 or 3 fights, you wouldn't risk it really, would you?
Yeah.
But obviously, loads of people want to see it tonight. But maybe when the time is, when we come in, whatever, it will happen. Like I think it'll have to happen one day, just to see. I think mainly. Just to see that, because we never fought each other in the amateurs. It was mad. We were all in the same weight in the amateurs because he was always in the GB and stuff. He always was with the GB, so we were all the same weight. It's one of them situations. I think.
So have we ever even sparred him?
Never sparred him. Never.
Fucking hell! What a fucking
two self-weight.
What a matchup that, isn't it?
Yeah. Where did you
go?
go?
To be fair to him, when I fought Martinez, he messaged me, he did, and he was like, "I know we're the same weight," he said, "but I'm rooting for you all the way." He said,
that's class.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like hostile towards each other because he ain't done nothing wrong to me.
Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't done nothing wrong. He hasn't badmouthed me or anything like that. So I ain't got nothing against him at all.
Yeah.
It's just one day we could potentially end up fighting each other. Yeah. And still, again, it wouldn't be any different. I still speak to him as I wouldn't be nasty to him or anything.
No.
I don't see the point of that. We're going to beat each other up.
Yeah.
So what's the point? Unless he's a wanker, which I don't think he is, but other than that, I'd be right.
Yeah, he's one of them, and he just seems as if his career's completely stalled, you know. And I've heard that he may have a few issues or whatever, but he hope not, because he's
when he first come on the scene, it was talk like, oh my god, this is the next big thing, like, innit? You know what I mean? And it's funny, sometimes it don't work, you know, sometimes it just
don't go away. Everyone said, like Colin Jones and stuff, he said he's like naturally good. But obviously, if you don't live the life properly, it does take its toll, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
So, if you're just on a piss or doing other stuff you're not meant to be doing, it's just...
Do class yourself as a fucking, like a bit of a gym rat, like dedicated
as fuck? Like gym rat. I am, like, I've had 2 weeks off now, and I obviously had my training before I come here. I started back this week. But I'll just take over now. I won't do too much, too insane. Like I'll just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the gym and just run.
Where will you go then?
Still in the Gwent, but now.
Yeah,
but as it goes now, it's on lockdown now till May the 5th or something like that. So obviously I'll use either bombs gym. Fedus gym. He lets me use his gym, or I'll go to Ben Crocker lets me do a fitness classes in this thing. So I'll go down there, either one of them. And I obviously Kyle Lock will still be open, so just bump and forth.
And you do just road running and then.
I just go back and forth different gyms around now until all this shit blows over.
Is it obviously you still working in Amazon?
Yeah, we went back last Thursday.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Did they not do like a video on him?
Yeah, they did. Followed me around for 4 days, 5 days.
Over here or over there?
Over here.
How do you find that? Nerve wracking or weird?
it was alright at first, it was, but it got annoying then because they were everywhere.
But that's what they got to be, innit?
Yeah. And they said it could only be for like 15-20 minutes. This documentary, they were in me for 4 days. Like
Yeah, I can imagine.
They were in
mate.
my house, interviewed my nana, interviewed the boys who did.
Really?
Yeah, B-Lo,
Yeah. Oh, right, all the fucking dull cunts in, basically. I can't see that going on fucking Netflix. You've got them thick cunts on it.
Nicky Harris, Jack Green, they were all there.
You shouldn't be allowed anyway.
What else did they do? They interviewed my nan. They went down and filmed me training, sparring, all that stuff.
So are you looking at that? When do you think that'll come out?
Well, I'm hoping they're going to send me the video soon, like, so I can see it.
Really?
Yeah, they said they're going to have a review of it on the end of this month.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they're going to put it on Amazon Prime or something like that. That'd be class.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Don't you think, though, the fact that he works for them as well?
Yeah.
In fact, they should play in a little bit more, if anything, shouldn't they? You know what I mean?
No, to be fair to them all, right? They did do, as soon as they heard about the fight, obviously I rang him up and said, look, I need a meeting with them, the GM.
Yeah.
He said, no worries. I went in and he pretty much said, what do I need?
Oh, amazing, I love
I
that.
said, look, I need the 2 months off full training. I said, if you can help me out with that. He said, done. Without even saying anything, just
we like people with a bit of support, innit?
And he said, look, you've done this, the filming for us. You've done this for us. He said, it's more than that. He said, is there anything else you need? We could do one time off or whatever. Like, do misses one time off to do like moral support and all that stuff. He said, we'll do as much as we can for you. Just drop us in now and again. Do you know, like some of the interviews to see how much what they have.
Of course,
the best camp I've had. 2 months without worrying about work or anything like that. I could just go about my training no matter what. And he said, if you're too injured up or you're too bad, like you see my face and that, he said, give me a text and we'll sort that out. And then you can come in whenever you feel. So I obviously my face was bad. I said, can I have this week off? He said, yeah. And I said, I'd go back in it, which I did.
That's amazing, man. Don't forget, he's been there a while, and he probably...
I've been 8 years. So.
See, and chances are he's going to be there in the future as well. There's 2 months to them.
Yeah, it's not
you know
much.
What I mean?
It's not much. Like, I only worked part-time, so it's 200 quid. It's pennies to them, really.
But it's still big help, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive for me, like, because I can focus on training. I don't have to worry about anything else. I don't have to worry about, I got to go to work. It's just... I can just go straight, do my job, do my training, and as long as I just, which I have everywhere, which it just helped me out so much. Like it's been great.
Don't forget, a lot of people lives on Fantasy Island, and they say, he'd be giving up his job soon. Yeah. And I'm like, not every boxer's a fucking multi-millionaire. If anything,
honestly, God, I've been at work loads of times, and you're like, I went back Thursday now. They're like, how are you working at?
Fucking hell, innit? Yeah.
Go, and he's like, I heard you had £500,000 for that. I was like, do you honestly believe I would beat you if I had £500,000?
Yeah.
I think if I had 500 grand in my bank, I said, do you honestly believe I'd be clocking in to come to Ireland? I was like, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's hard to tell, like, They automatically think, you fight for a world title, bang, you must be a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was a millionaire, I wouldn't be here.
No,
I wouldn't be in work. I wouldn't be. I'm not that much of a money crowd. I'm not that much of a cheap.
Don't be wrong, Peter would still be on the taxis, right?
Millions in the bank and then coming back to work for £200.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
But no, do you know how many people just like... But the thing is I haven't told them that how much I was on or whatever. Yeah. So they're just plucking out numbers out of their brain. Like, it's 150 grand for that fight, wasn't it? Where do you get that from?
Exactly.
You heard from me, so who's telling you that? Yeah. It's not my missus, because she knows what I'm on.
Yeah. No, in fact, it's dropping her in the shit. Because her missus is like, you cheeky cunt, everyone's telling me you got 150 grand.
I know,
I'm still shopping. I'm still shopping little, you fucking horrible cunt. This is happening. You know what I mean? Martinez's missus is walking around with 2 Waitrose bags. She's fucking living.
I was like, where do people get this from? Like, I'm not telling these people how much I'm on, so I don't know where they...
Chinese whispering Swansea. That's one of the best things about Swansea, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Loves a whisper.
Yeah. Oh, this week with the fucking, innit?
Oh,
someone from...
But it does this to fucking escape. It's nonsense.
My auntie's best friend is a dinner lady in Bishop Gore, and 2 kids have got corona in it. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then the same boy went, yeah, genuine. And Jay Harris had 250 grand for his fight night.
It's honestly, guys, frazzled my fucking brain.
Well, this is shit.
Oh, mate, listen, how the fuck, right? How it went, some cunt in China ate a fucking Bruce Wayne sandwich, and now my missus will lick my balls on a Saturday night because they're unhygienic. What a fucking, that guy have ruined my life, the fucking prick. My missus is strutting around the camp, with a mascot. Fucking unbelievable.
The thing is, you can laugh and joke about it, like, and we did. And last week, I got, we talked about it fucking last week.
Oh, he fucking jinxed us, mate. Yeah. Last week, you went, this is nothing, mate. It'll blow over. Fucking hell. 3 days later, the fucking country's shutting down.
Paddy forgets he's diabetic, and it's like one of the fucking risk groups.
I know. I only found that two days ago. Yeah, fucking hell. I was fucking, mate. Honestly, one of the boys on WhatsApp said I was in risk. I was eating a fucking whisper. I threw it in the fucking bin. Fuck that.
But honestly, it's still, to me, not, obviously, what's my opinion? I'm no fucking virologist or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I only just looked at it, and what still, to me now, I think, what's the fucking point in crashing the world economy?
Exactly, yeah.
For this, a lot more people will die of other things. People die every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
More people die of the flu, wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. This is it, like car crashes and shit. If you come on the news, right, if Sky went bananas and said, fucking hell, all the cars in the country have got faults with them, and everyone's fucking crashing, and everyone would fucking go, stop the cars, stop driving cars, so...
The media push this massively.
Oh, massive.
Right, massively. You can't escape it.
Yeah.
You can't escape it, and in the end, you sort of, like...
But it's not a massive death toll, see?
Not yours.
It's not like, whack, death tolls are flying through the roof.
But people will take the high number, see? So they'll go, you can't see there's not a big death toll. There's 8,500 people.
Right? Or China or whatever, it's like
1.5. It's 1.5
billion people.
Yeah.
Right? And they have like a couple of thousand. It's not that many, is it?
Nothing.
And this, I know it's affecting elderly people and 80-year-olds and stuff like that, but...
Come the end of this, right? The way they crash the economy, more people will die of poverty, right?
And stress.
And stress, right? Than will die of fucking coronavirus.
Oh,
Because, we've heard stuff today, right? Me and him. And
well, upsetting as well, isn't it?
And people losing their fucking jobs and having to take pay cuts and unpaid leave and all this fucking shit. I'm fucking self-employed.
I know,
I can see a fucking downturn in my trade already, right? So there's going to come a fucking point now where I'm having to take fucking weeks off work, right? And I've got to fucking find my wages in and cover my bills and all this shit.
It's mad, and like as you said, right? Like self-employed people are going to get hit massively.
Massively.
Because, who was this week? Someone at the gym, and he just said, I was busy all last week, the week before. He said, now it's gone like 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah.
It's good as.
Yeah.
He said, I need to pay my mortgage or pay my rent, and. I've seen something on the radio or something like that today that they had like 330 billion or something to invest in small companies or whatever to help them. But then they said something about to help people with their mortgages. But what about people who just rent it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's helping other people with their mortgages, isn't it? Really.
What you need then is you need a tidy landlord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A few landlords having a break from his mortgage and hopefully pass it on. But you always got cunts in it.
Oh, yeah.
And you always got the cunt who say, I'm having a fucking 3 month break there, but you still got to pay me 500 quid. And you're like, well, no, that's not how it works, mate.
It's like we did a little shop in Aldi's yesterday. And
Not bad, not
but we went in the day, it wasn't busy in there, but it was just like...
They can't restock the shelves quick enough.
No, all the chicken and stuff, gone. All the meat and stuff has just disappeared.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone I know says...
And stuff gone.
Everyone...
I don't get toilet bowls.
No,
I don't know why toilet bowls.
Mate, my house is not organised, right? You go for the shit in my house, there's a fair chance there's fucking some cunt to take the last one. There's only 3 of us, right? My daughter and my missus, mate, I don't give a fuck. I wipes my ass on the door of the Explorer towel. Sometimes he even forgets to put it in the washing bin. She wipes her face after fucking in the dark after washing her fucking head. She's covered in Doctor Who's fucking murders in the answer. God, the amount of times I nearly been kicked out cars, they're like. But everyone I know is like you and you saying, these people are twats, right? And everyone that knows us says these people are twats. So who are the twats doing it then? Because everyone I know isn't going panic buying fucking shit, bro.
No.
So who the fuck are these people like? These are the same people that saying
just
Jade's
said,
on
I
500 grand to fight.
Well, it is. There's that mentality.
Buying, right, and they've obviously limited like one roll or whatever. But one bog roll per shop now or something. As I seen was in Aldi's yesterday, you see a big massive sign, one roll per shopping basket, and there's still people going there putting 3 or 4 in their trolley and then going to the desk again and saying, she's like, you only need what you can only
They
have
need
one
to
of
be giving a
ours.
shit then and they get back,
Like,
you know, yeah.
But as you said, there's like elderly people and stuff now who can't, and there's other people just buying 4 or 5 different.
Yeah.
This is what I can't understand. You know, they talk about fucking 2-week lockdown. Can you, no, don't get me wrong, I guess I'm great with my missus, loves my kids. Can you imagine being stuck in the house for 2 weeks with your missus and the kids? I will be, fuck that. There'll be fucking more deaths coming out of my house of fucking murder than there will be a fucking corona. That's not going to fucking work.
I think you've got to, no one say self-isolate. I think you should self-isolate in your own house as well. So I'll go to the bedroom, I'll stay in the bedroom.
It's just bizarre, isn't it? It's madness.
There's never, not in our lifetime, our parents' lifetime, or our grandparents' lifetime, has there been a situation exactly like
I've never seen it before.
No, because the last big pandemic was 1918 or something.
Is
right?
it?
Really?
The Spanish flu killed a load of fucking people.
Right,
Proper horrific, right?
Yeah.
This haven't got a fucking patch on the
The
Spanish.
plague, innit?
Right,
Yeah.
The
Been
Black
marking people's
Death.
door.
Yeah.
The Black Death was half of Europe it killed. Half of the population of Europe, right?
Imagine there was fucking Twitter about that.
Right.
Fuck
Oh,
it.
well, yeah, but that's something to get worked up about, like.
That's
Henry
a bad
VIII.
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The plague, you know, like,
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
long
yeah,
lists,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Henry VIII walking around with fucking 26 toilet rolls.
Yeah.
So I'm not claiming to be any fucking expert on this, but none of the numbers
Warrant this.
warrant this reaction, right? So you were in the age that we live, where media is always trying to influence you in some way or another, right? And you're just getting battered by it.
Yeah.
So of course, certain sections of society are going to get scared and they're going to panic and they're going to rush out. They're going to lose their minds. They're going to do things they wouldn't normally do, like buy fucking 14 things of bog roll, right? When they don't fucking need it, they're going to do all those crazy things. Then the economy, fucking people start selling their shares out of these businesses because they just fucking won out, right? But somebody's making money somewhere. Let me tell you now, Tesco's who wanted fucking shares in.
Yeah,
but the fucking place is fucking empty. You can't
Unbelievable,
get all these places are making fucking money.
Yeah, of course they are. Always, think of it now, clean. All the toilet roll companies are making
Oh,
And sanitizer.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know, right?
Never considered that
Your
sanitizer.
daughter plays coronavirus bingo. Every time you hear one of these words, you've got to fucking drink a fucking shot of tequila. He was hammered last week. Deep cleanse. I never heard deep cleanse before. We're like, Bob's having his gym deep cleanse. Fucking hell, he don't give a fuck. Usually, everyone's deep cleaning a lot. I'm slipping. I'm walking along the road. I'm slipping on the fucking pavement because someone cut over the road and deep cleansed it. You know what I mean? Fucking party. Fucking crazy. But it, bird flu or swine flu, one of them was supposed to be really bad. High numbers died, but there was no social media. So like it won, but like none of us know how bad that was. It was really bad.
You know that there's people, right, that are just waiting to get the sniffles or a cough so they can go on Facebook and go, oh my god, guys think I got coronavirus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
because that's the world we fucking live in now. There's people who are genuinely thinking to themselves, oh yeah, fuck, I won't mind about a coronavirus, so I can tell everyone about it on my Facebook, get a couple of likes. Like, that's the mental world that we fucking live in.
Be safe. Be safe.
What
the fuck you want about be safe?
Most normal people just want to fucking just get on with their lives.
Yeah.
I just want to crack on.
My biggest fear.
I'm still getting up. Any Tom, Dick, Harry could be getting in my car coughing fucking coronavirus. I can't give a fuck.
It's
I
like
don't give a
people,
fuck.
like our work now is just it's saying no mask up. You're not allowed to be out, not allowed to have like starter brief. Got to see where you are on the board.
Right, okay.
But we work in all confined spaces. I like work next to you.
Yeah.
That's defeating the object, isn't
Of course it is, yeah.
You can't say, oh, let's be like a meter away from each other when I work right next to you.
Exactly.
It's just so stupid. It's like, what is the point of that?
Yeah. So
my worry is, especially what I heard today, is there's so many people that were doing well last week.
Yes.
I've gone from doing well, and by when I mean well, I mean
really
flying.
well.
People that we all know that they're fucking flying, fair play, they're doing really well, and they've gone from flying to you might go out of business, you're like. And then I'm thinking, well, if they go out of business and they were flying, what about these who were just doing scraping by? And then you think, after all this are fucking like done and dusted, are we still going to have these places to fucking go? You know,
you're not going to have one.
Exactly, they're not even going to be there. Like,
and there's a very good chance, right? And I hope, look, at this stage, I hope nobody dies that needs to fucking die. Of course, I don't want anyone to fucking die. But in a year's time, we could genuinely look back on this and go, oh, why the fuck did we shut down the economy for the fucking sake of this? Right? That's genuinely and that's what I'm getting at. More people will die from fucking not being able having to sell their house. Fucking who the fuck are they going to sell their house to? Because no one can buy it.
Exactly.
Right? They'll have to give up their house. Right? They've got no fucking job to go to. Right? And I'm talking about myself here as well. Right? I'm this close to finishing my fucking mortgage, right? And I've been doing well for a fucking long time. And I'm a tax driver. I work for Yale. Different to your man's on the dark side, isn't he? And I'm doing well for ages, and my life is good, and I'm happy, and I just crack on, and it's great. And thankfully, because I'm not a big as prick with money as I used to be, I got money behind me a little, right? So that should this continue on, I should be okay for a little while, like, right? But that's not going to last forever, like.
My old man said that as well. He said that he was. The last couple of days, he said it's been shit.
Because he's out at night as well.
Yeah, he said it's been terrible. It's like a ghost town, he said.
There's no one around.
He said he worked some like 6 till 2 in the morning, 40 quid. What?
Yeah, there's no one else.
People, and that's what's going to happen. Like at the minute, I can see, like I work days, so I can see the way we're going.
It's just mad. And
just less people around. Less people around today than was yesterday, and for Monday, and it's a gradual decline. There'll be less people around tomorrow. Less people on Friday. Well, actually, by Friday, they may be locking the fucking country down if everything tells me on WhatsApp. Photos of the fucking army going down the streets could be taken fucking anywhere. Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, if it comes to that, you know, where do you stand then? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, you are literally stuck in the house with your missus and fucking kids. Thankfully, I've done a baby shop.
It won't go. It surely can't go like that.
I don't know.
All the kids now are off school, innit?
From Friday. My kids are Friday.
All the kids are off school, but they're not going to want to stay in the house all the time, are they? They're going to want to go out and...
I don't know what, like... I don't know where...
I checked it earlier.
Go on.
I googled, like, fucking lockdown rules.
Yeah, go on.
Curfews and stuff,
yeah, right. So, like, what they were doing in Italy and China and these other places, France and Spain, they were fining people for being on the fucking street. Saudi Arabia, if you were on the street, was the equivalent of £115,000. Right?
Fucking hell.
Fine.
That's nearly OJ's purse.
My arm got a fine.
And they don't fuck about the Saudis, man, do they?
No. People are just walking with 115 grand.
Yeah.
I'll do what I want.
Unless they start lopping off fingers, no one's going to give a fuck.
So, like in France, Spain, they were fining people for being on the street. Now, there's certain, like my missus works in health. Well, she works care for the elderly. She's one of the few people who will be able to come and go as she pleases, right? Because she's still got to care for people. You know, health care, like. But she'll have to have a uniform on. She'll have to be
like quarantine.
That papers, like
she'll you know, when she goes out, you know, she'll have to be just going from A to B. There'll be no fucking nipping in the spa for a fucking pack of crisps or nothing like that. It'll just be going to do a job. Like my sister-in-law's a nurse. You know, she's going to be okay to go out. But me, old fucking div like me, I can't take the kids out in front to kick a fucking football around. Because I'll be getting fined, like, you know what I mean? I'll be giving my name in as J. Harris.
You see them fuckers in Benidorm? Benidorm was on lockdown. All the Brits are walking around with a supermarket with slabs of Fosters, not giving a fuck. And that bird in the pool, do you see that? Have you seen this on WhatsApp? They're in a fucking hotel, and there's a fucking bird in the pool doing backstroke, like. And the police at the side of the fucking pool saying you've got to get out. And she's like, no, fuck you. She's like, you, fucking with Joel's clothes on. She's fucking doing a backstroke.
She's shouting at him.
And she's shouting, fuck
off.
off.
I fucking paid for this.
Yeah,
she's like,
so I paid my fucking, proper bird, like, oh, take me back. And when he comes back to bed, take me back. My Monday's better than yours and all that caper. Shut up, Shannon. You're better than it cost 130 quid, you stupid slag. So she's doing a backstroke. Like, there's old Bill on the side. One of them's got a fucking gun and all that.
He strips off the car.
He strips off down his grunties. Yeah, he's in his grunties. He drags it up. They fucking arrest her, don't they?
on the
Full
side of
on.
the pool.
Stupid cunt. You won't be like that. My Monday's better than your Monday.
This is how my Friday was. My Friday, it was Friday the fucking 13th as well. Got to be the worst Friday of my fucking life, right? I goes into work in the morning, and we're supposed to be going to bend home a week tomorrow, right? So obviously a couple of weeks from there. So we'd been talking about it in the lead up. Boys are going on Saturday. It was like, oh, now we'll be alright. They're not gonna shut Bendham down, are they? It's fucking Bendham, isn't it?
You know what I mean? It could be fucking World War III and fucking Sticky Vicky's pulling razor blades off my fatty and shit.
This is your mentality, like, and it's like, fuck the coronavirus. At least we've got Bendham to look forward to. And then, but as it was going on, obviously Friday it started. I tell you what fucking started it, the downturn, was the fucking Premier League cancelling the games. They were the first.
Yeah.
The Premier League cancelled the games in about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
And anything's alright.
And it was just started the snowball rolling down the hill, right?
Yeah.
And then the EFL followed, and then the FAW were cancelling the
But
grassroots.
the Vanarama was still on.
Yes, that's right.
The league was still on.
Yeah.
But it just snowballed like this, and the rugby, they didn't want to qualify the rugby off, did
They left that right.
They left that as late as they possibly could. Like, I was supposed to be running London Marathon, right? Fucking, what happened was, we see then flights are being cancelled. We knew boys that were in, the Major Street boys, were in Bendham, right? So they're in fucking Bendham, and we are here in Bendham's being shut down. So a couple of questions asked them. Yeah, it's fuck, they told us 12 o'clock tonight, they shut all the fucking pubs. So they were going in the supermarket and drinking in any fucking room. So it was like, well, boys, Bendham's fucked, what a nightmare. Then, about fucking an hour after that, they postponed London Marathon to fucking October. I was like, oh my God, can we fucking Friday get any fucking worse? You know what I mean? It was a fucking absolute fucking nightmare. And like you say, you look forward to these things. Thankfully, on the positive end of this, was I had saved money to go Bendham, and I'd saved money to go do London Marathon, because I had to pay for hotels and all this. London Marathon was going to cost me a few fucking quid, like. And I got my train got refunded to me. So I got this money, thankfully now, which is saving.
Coming handy, like,
it's going to come in handy.
Could you run like 27 miles though?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Done it?
Yeah.
Oh my days, I couldn't think of anything worse than
Could you not? No.
I don't know, if I trained for it, I probably could.
Yeah.
You would be able to do it.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that mentality.
I can do a half marathon, but I just couldn't think of anything worse than 27 miles.
You find the road work hard.
It's so long, isn't it? It's like 3 hours, isn't it?
Well, it's maybe 3 hours for you. It was about fucking 4 hours. No,
It's 4 hours for me in the car.
Bloody hell.
I don't know.
Is it all flat?
London, I think it's relatively flat.
It's not too bad if it's flat.
No, I don't think they try and keep these fucking runs.
Hard going though.
When
Maybe it's Ryan Stevens, you know him?
Yeah, he's someone to do with Michael Joseph.
He loves them, he does.
He
loves them, he does. He's doing all these 50 milers.
I think it becomes a thing.
I'd rather have a war with a Mexican myself with it.
Well, it's over in 38 minutes if it goes over.
Yeah,
you know
sure,
what I mean? Marathon, you still fucking run in 3.5 hours later. But I think with me, it just started as like I wanted to do something to keep fit. And then you run 5k, you think, oh, can I do 10k? I'll do 10k. And like I'm quite competitive with myself. So then you do half marathon, and then you go, oh fuck, I'll do a marathon now, fuck it. Then I did 30 miles. And I had
30 miles,
yeah, so I had all intentions of doing 40, 50.
Have you done Ironman or anything like that?
Oh fuck no, because I can't swim worth a toffee.
Okay,
no, and I can run, and I'm not very quick. I always can put one foot in front of the other. Because a lot of running is mentally like.
I did the Swansea half marathon. That was alright. I enjoyed that. I got stuck on. I put my time as like 1 hour 30, so I should have been going off in like row C or row B, something like that. But I went off with the boys in the back.
So you like, too slow.
Or Bevian, Jack Carter got a fridge on his back and shit.
I know I started.
We were in Dallas, right? We found Jack Carter. It was funny as hell. We were in the pub opposite after the fight, and Jack, we come out going back to the hotel he was, and looked like someone the Welsh flag wrapped around him.
Get there.
And he's got a scarf around him like he's just standing there like this. He is. Like looked like I seen a flag. I was like, who's that? Looked like I was like, Jack. Oh fuck! He was like, yes. I was like, yes, I found someone. He was like, I couldn't get a taxi. He's back in Dallas. He's meant to stay in Dallas. He's like, I couldn't get anything. He's like, I was like, I said I got a spare bed in my room. I said you might as well stay with me. So we just took him to the hotel.
Amazing.
We had a couple of beers in the hotel with all like the fans and stuff, and he was just loving his. And we just went to bed at about 3 in the morning with it.
How amazing is that? He goes from being lost to fucking sharing a fucking room with the champ. Fucking unbelievable.
Yes, come on. He's like, found you. He's on
Fucking
Zoom.
I was saying it every day because Mitch, there's something wrong with him.
Mitchell Williams,
He's not
mental
right.
case.
He's absolute mental case.
So he
But he's
flew
one
back.
of them boys that make friends with anyone.
Yeah. Oh,
He's-
yeah. Well, only today I was watching him on the fucking. He's always on the piss, isn't he? And
Yeah,
he's in some
that's
fucking,
what I'm saying. I was like, what is this job?
So did he come? Where did he come from? Australia back
That's
to
what I'm
us?
saying to America.
Oh fuck, where
Flew
goes?
from Australia, him and his mate Clancy flew from Australia to watch his fight.
Looks a great life in Australia, mate.
Well, if you follow Mitch
He's
Williams'
on the
Instagram,
Yeah.
all the time.
I know.
What is it, like,
All
it's,
drinking
bad news,
under the Sydney Opera House and all that. Like it's always like picturesque, and they always like bedding on the
he
beach.
was on the piss today. It was fucking sunny as fuck. Guys playing the guitar and all this. I'm thinking, where's the fucking lockdown over there? These
Yeah,
guys are having
exactly.
a
Yeah.
Even like obviously I was on a Friday, and then the boys sent me like a WhatsApp group. Not sent me, like they showed me up there in a group with the Dallas boys. Like there's Mitchell found these two guys. He's in an house party with them. He's making music with them off a laptop. Like, where have you found these people? Two black fellas. Like, he's like, where have you found them? He's like, everyone's like on it, shabalaba, way.
Yeah, no, he's
like,
not
what
well.
are you doing?
He's not well at all. It's like,
He's like, he's partying until 7 o'clock the next
he
morning.
got some stamina. I give him some credit.
Oh,
He
he's
got
good.
some fucking stamina.
He
And
just
his
does
phone must
party.
have the best battery ever. Because honestly, he's always on his phone, isn't he? He's filming everything. I think to myself, fucking hell, how's his phone keep working?
Oh, he's great, man. He's mad.
He's fucking crackers. But
I never see him after the fight though. I see he's come to the fight, I didn't see him. I see everybody else, all the other boys there, but didn't see him at all.
because how many you take to Belfast?
I took a few on there.
Yeah.
I look good as well.
Yeah.
Bushby was saying it's great. Like when they go
Well,
out.
Bushby came off for that one, didn't he?
Yeah,
Bushby
it's
went
good.
over, yeah.
Yeah.
Bushby would have gone. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah,
so
a trip hours as well. Good laugh as well. Hell of a laugh as well after that, it was good.
Have a baby out there as well,
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was. Yeah, also went to one of their squares down there the next day, all day as well.
Yeah.
Great it was.
We've got some good support, mate.
Yeah.
The boys do like fair play. The boys do
They
fucking
love a piss
follow.
up,
Like,
don't they? They say they go anywhere.
yeah, they're good boys. Like.
As much as they follow me, like, but they love an away day as well. As much as they like the local ones, like obviously a lot of people can't go to the away ones, like so they like, oh, when are you fighting in Swansea or Cardiff next? We come to that one. But then a lot of them like, when's the next away day?
Yeah.
Well, as it happens, the day after the Belfast fight, his kid walked into Morris.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right,
you know
yeah.
what it
We had
is.
Naked
We had
Martin.
Naked Martin up at Morris doing. I looked round, your kid is sitting there,
So 5 day
drunk
bend,
as fuck.
wasn't
Naked Martin got his cock in his brother's ear. His brother was sleeping, he did all the fuck as he did. What a day he had. The day before, his kid's fucking winning the European. Next thing, he's got fucking Naked Martin's mankini round his head.
I'd never seen a kid before, see?
Nice.
So I'm in the pub. And
Oh, he's definitely black sheep of the family. We know who the favourite
One of the boys,
is.
when he had me off Jay Harris's brother there, I went, where? Remember that? I went, where? He went, there! That's Jay Harris's brother. Fuck off, that's not Jay Harris's brother.
The opposite to me.
Oh, total opposite, like.
Yeah, well, he was in our shape, wasn't he? Look, Jack came in with him.
Yeah, he was steaming, he was.
Yeah,
He was
Jack was
well.
fucking steaming.
Father has enough of us, he does, when we get messes. He's
Oh,
like,
fuck, how can he want, man? Fuck yeah, I'm Mr. fucking innocent, innit?
I know.
You know what I mean?
he acts like he's never done it before, but he's...
Did you want Michael go to Dallas?
No, he didn't come,
He
no.
didn't come,
No,
no.
he didn't bother. I don't know why, he's not too far.
It's too far,
Too
maybe,
far,
yeah.
dunno.
I had seen him just before Belfast. I picked him up as he goes from his house, I brought him into town, and I was talking to him then, and he was saying he was coming over with. They must go together, Bushby and
No, Bushby come over with Kerry Fox, you know? Kerry
Yeah.
Fox. Edwards come over. What's his name?
Johnny Phillips, he went to Texas as well. Like.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ross McCord.
that's the one.
Yeah.
He come over as well.
It was,
Good boys, man, they are.
yeah, they sound, yeah,
Yes,
really
I
sound.
went over to see Darren the other day. They went before the fight. He couldn't get couldn't come over here in the end. He couldn't go over to Dallas.
Oh, he was
Oh, he was
planning on
screwing,
going, yeah, he was gutted,
yeah,
he was
he was.
devastated, like. Yeah.
But-
Especially when he seen Johnny Phillips with all the fucking Eddie Hearn and all that, he was fucking gutted.
It was mad, man. They were all just there,
Amazing.
they were all just walking around and just talking to all of them.
Yeah.
And he just had pictures of all
Like I said, you'll never have that again. Because if you win the bigger shows, right? Like I said, Vegas and Madison Square, like New York and all that, it's you cordoned off. But with that, it just seemed like everyone was walking around chilled out the fuck.
The weather was mad as well. So the first couple of days we had there was raining and cold. The Wednesday before, right, was -1. Freezing cold.
Yeah.
The next day, and 25 degrees.
Well, that's right. I was
going on there?
All the photos I was looking at, it was all short sleeve shirts, sun was
25
shining.
degrees the next day. The day before was -1. It was freezing. I was like, what is happening? And then next day, 25 degrees.
What was the temperature like when he was in the ring? Was it cold, warm?
No, it was about 17.
So
It was nice. It was right. It was like,
It was alright.
yeah, it was not. I
You
don't
don't
know.
think I didn't think of that until
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you go to these places.
No, they said that. What's the humidity? I said the humidity and stuff like that. I was like, I've looked at the wet weather. It's pretty much just, it's as cold and it's the same as back home.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't change. Like I think the nights dropped to about 12, 13, I think, went on the hot days. So it's not bad at all.
No,
It's not hot, boiling hot.
Yeah.
Like when I fought Moreno, it was like 20 odd degrees inside. That feels
Really?
bloody boiling. And,
Yeah.
but
Never been there. A good little track at
it's
that.
alright. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Because what do you fancy fighting on this Matchroom's the Saturday card?
It would have been alright. Yeah, I think it would have been alright.
It wouldn't have been too quick to turn around for you, would it?
No, but the only thing that happened, they perforated my bloody eardrum in the last fight, so
Right.
it was a bit. It's what it, but with all this happening now, it
Yeah,
just,
it's
doesn't
weird
seem like-
because that you know, it's going to be a knock-on effect, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to have to get knocked
Yeah.
back, and the thing is, you look at some cards. I don't know what will be affected, but you've got to rearrange an arena. It's not
Yeah.
just so easy to just
Yeah.
like
No.
rearrange the O2 because they've got other things on, like, you know. And
Yeah.
things
I was
like
just
that.
seeing like people doing it behind closed doors, but it's not the same.
I
It's,
don't
it's
think- no.
weird.
It
I watched
Oh.
the UFC Brazil card on a weekend. It was
Weird.
weird.
Yeah, but
Fucking hell of a card.
I follow like the WWE and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they doing theirs behind
Yeah, and closed doors. Now, that was weird. I
But
saw
they
it
like
yesterday.
celebrating like this, and there's no crowd there. I'm
Yeah.
like, why? This
Yeah.
is so weird.
I saw
You've got-
something
It's like you
yesterday.
can't do that with
No.
no crowd there.
Because Bisping
It's
walked in the
weird.
ring, walked in the cage a
He's doing
weekend,
promos and
and he
stuff,
went like
talking
that.
to the crowd, but there's nothing.
Yeah, he
going
was
on.
like, make some noise, you champion. And I was like,
I think Bisping was taking a piss on.
I just think
Yeah.
he that was his script in his head, and he
Yeah,
didn't know.
it's just-
Like, no, they got I don't really follow UFC. Like, we've got this fight, Khabib versus Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, he's a mental case,
massive,
isn't he?
it's massive fight, right? It's
Sure.
fucking
But it's already been cancelled like 4 times.
yeah, it's just like last time, for example, Ferguson fell over a wire in a fucking press conference backstage, broke his fucking ankle.
No,
Yeah.
he done his knee ligaments. He did.
Knee
Like,
ligaments,
for a year,
yeah.
yeah.
So, like, this fight is cursed, like, and people are saying behind closed doors, right? It's such a big fight.
Don't want it behind
We
closed
don't want it behind closed doors, because in 10 years' time, it could be like, it's built up to be, it could be a classic. Now, who the fuck, he wants people to go back in 10 years' time and say, I was there.
Do you watch UFC, right?
Yeah, he's
Right.
way more than me, but.
Do you see them two girls?
Oh,
And
The
what fight that
most
was?
mental fight I've
Crazy
ever seen
fight,
in
yeah.
Joanna versus AJ.
Even the highlights on her like 7 minutes long
Unbelievable.
right, is insane. I've
Crazy
never
fight.
seen any. I'm just thinking
how tough are they?
she ended up with Space Raider. Yeah, forehead went like
yeah.
a space.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all
Hematoma, like.
yeah, all the fluid and stuff in her head. Just,
Mental, innit?
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, none of them went down.
Well,
either.
you
Right,
talk-
the third round, she's walking back to a corner and she's rubbing her head
Yeah, I
up
see
like that.
Yeah.
And she still turns around and goes back up.
Yeah,
there.
the coach didn't.
And if you look at them, who you say about stamina, they never slowed down.
Never.
They were still going at the fifth
I was
round.
thinking-
Like this.
One of them would like kick, she'd catch a kick, belt her straight in the face.
Yeah.
And then the other one would just belt her straight back. I was
Yeah.
like, this is the most insane fight I've ever. I watched one so much. One of them, she kicked her in the head and her toe hit her in the mouth. Boom. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, this is insane.
And the crazy, it's not even like people saying, oh, it's the best women's fight ever. Leave the women's bit out there. It's
just
one of the best
fights
fights
ever.
ever.
I did say it's
Yeah.
one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
It'll
Small
go.
gloves as well, just smashing
Yeah.
at each other, kicking each other.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I didn't think it was going to go the full round.
No,
It was
well, Anne
just-
Zhang, her last fight, she beat Jessica Andrade, who had beaten Rose Namajunas for the title, and she battered her. She done it in like a minute and a half. I didn't think it was that long. She proper like smashed her out, the Chinese girl, did knocked her out. So that everyone thought, because you know, we do a bit of MMA math,
Yeah.
you know, and Joanna had lost to the girl who lost to the girl. They thought maybe it wouldn't be, but it was a fucking classic.
Amazing.
You'd watch that all day.
I've seen the highlights. Like,
Everybody-
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, like you said, the highlights on BT and usually highlights are all 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
The highlights are like a fucking full documentary program in themselves. You know what I
It was
mean?
a classic.
I was like, it's like, oh, highlights of this. I was like, oh, I've gone in. I've seen the fight anyway. I was like, go on, I'll watch it anyway. It was just like, every round was like 2 or 3 minutes, like
Yeah,
2
yeah,
minutes like, of everything. I was
Yeah.
like, this is a bloody long highlight video.
Yeah, they makes me want to watch it again because it's fucking absolutely fucking hell of a fight.
Carnage.
But this last weekend, even though it was at like no arena or nothing, the card was brilliant.
Yeah.
I fucking really fucking enjoyed it. Like, but
Just
it
weird
seemed
without
weird.
any-
One of the fighters lost his head. Was it my
Kevin,
was it?
Kevin,
you
he got tapped
everything,
out and
is
then
that-
carried on
you-
fighting,
you
didn't
know,
he?
everybody
so-
saying everything.
I don't know what happened. I think it was my car. I'm not sure. But he got up and he flipping out, and it's like as if he thought there was a crowd there, and he was like screaming at the crowd. He fucking brought
Yeah.
a Bisping come over and was like, "There's maybe about 20 people here. Like you were fucking gone."
Crazy setup, innit?
Yeah, it was. It was.
So-
weird.
Would you
not like-
notice a difference? Empty?
Yeah, he would.
Really?
It's like fighting in a gym, innit?
Well, I watched you
Just
fight.
couldn't get up for
When
it.
you fought in the Motor Point on the undercard of Kokoran and Liam Williams, because you was on early, weren't you? And I think it was me and my mate James, and you were fans, and that was about it.
Yeah, it was.
Because you fought in the afternoon, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And so that was, obviously
Yeah.
that's completely different now to what you just experienced in fucking Mexico.
Well, thinking about it, an empty arena, it just,
Yeah.
you don't have anybody shouting for you or anything, do you? It's just
Yeah.
nothing.
Weird?
Yeah, it would be weird, I think. It's what it is. It's a fan-based sport,
Of course it is, yeah. This is how I didn't cancel it rather than behind closed doors, like, personally.
Because, I don't know, like,
Williams, we've got to feel sorry though, he's just been announced, hasn't he been announced to fight?
well, he's,
Andrade.
no, they're
Andrade,
talks, yeah.
Oh, it hasn't been
he's
said,
a mandatory, isn't he, for
I like Liam Williams,
I
like.
do.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
like Liam Williams. He's exciting to watch. And the thing is,
Changed
Andrade,
so much, isn't he?
Andrade, he's very negative.
Especially
isn't he?
after that last one.
Yes,
last fight.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a vicious man.
Yeah.
We went on on the radio together, and obviously you see him in the build up to the fight. It's different then to speak to him like me.
Yeah.
He's a totally different person because obviously he's cutting down on weight and stuff. His brain goes through the roof and stuff. But yeah, he's just a totally different
Nice guy, like.
boxer, and he's just goes in there and smashes everybody up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The last couple of boys he's just done is just
Yeah.
smashed them up.
He's always smashed him to bits.
He's
The
not-
guy he knocked out, I thought the ref should have stopped it. He flattened
Yeah, I
the
see
guy, so
that.
bad.
Run out there.
And he just ran out and hit him like as he was hitting him on a Kingsway.
Shouted at the ref and then he said, showed her,
Yeah.
like, why didn't you just stop? Because you could tell when he got up, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was just like this, and then you gotta just do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So you just run over and you just belted
Belted
him
him.
straight through,
Amazing.
boom, down. Went down dead though, didn't he?
Yeah.
no,
Tough guy,
was, I'd say I like Liam Williams, and the first Liam Smith fight really upset me because I thought he was well on top.
Yeah,
of the
I did,
fight,
yeah.
and I thought the headbutt was deliberate. Like
I did, yeah.
I used to love the Smith brothers, and I used to love Liam. Like, he used to be sort of my favourite of them all. And then all of a sudden, like, I felt a bit gutted, like, because he just went down
You
in
don't
my.
hear much of him anymore. You
No,
do.
he don't well
Liam
anymore.
Smith has
No.
got quite quiet now. I don't know whether. I don't know.
He signed a match when it was like this whole big thing. He signed a match.
Oh no, Callum now.
No,
Oh.
Liam. And,
Right.
Obviously, like Cam Smith is
Yeah.
quite big, innit? We wanted to fight Alvarez.
Yeah.
Would
I
you-
think it was like a case of who did they prefer,
But he would
Billy
have-
Joe or Callum? Like.
Liam Smith fought Eggington, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, beat up Eggington.
Peter
Yeah.
Eggington. That was his first fight with
Yeah,
Matchroom.
so, yeah.
And I think he's had one more fight since.
Yeah,
but
but
it was sort of.
It was like a weird one, wasn't it? It was in America wasn't it? Or Mexico or something like that,
something
wasn't it?
like that. And it was
I no one
like,
really knew about it.
no profile to it
Yeah.
at all. And I know they've talked about him fighting Kell Brook at light middle.
I like that.
Yeah, it'd be a more interesting
Yeah.
fight, yeah. But it just seems as if he's just sort of faded away a little bit, like,
Yeah.
you know? Whereas Callum Smith, obviously, he went to do the WBSS and then, you know, I think that sort of actually hurt his profile in a way. It probably earned him loads of money, but he wasn't sort of on Sky getting
Yeah.
a big build-up.
Fighting in Dubai, whereas he could have been fought in Anfield.
Yeah.
I think they fought against George Groves in
Big,
Dubai.
big middleweight years, mine.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cam
yeah.
Bloody
And
huge.
they've
That's
been,
maybe why Canelo didn't really fancy it.
they've
Maybe.
been hanging around for this fucking Canelo fight, and the two of them, Billy Joe and him, for too
I
long.
think
It's hanging
come
around.
out the other day, didn't it, about that Cam Smith? They said, that you turned it down or whatever, and he said I didn't turn it down because it was like never really on the cards proper.
But what he said in an interview with IFL on
You only give me one offer, and
that was it, the
Yeah.
one offer. He said they gave us one offer, which we said wouldn't be enough, thinking that they'd come back with another offer, and they didn't. And Eddie had said, and he'd be the guy who would be prepared to take the less.
Right,
would get
okay,
the fight.
yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
But even that's not been confirmed, and especially not now with all this.
No, I know it's been
Yeah.
cancelled as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
To the summer maybe, but
So it's mad the way it's fucking gone, and all these things, you know, football, fucking UFC, boxing, fucking, like you say, even the wrestling, they cancelling WrestleMania and all this.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
No way. You devastated Jay,
yeah. But,
Do you think it's mad how, like, our generation, we're a lot older than you, like, but we just take for granted maybe how easy we've always had it. We've always had so much stuff. Like, you've got Netflix, you've got fucking boxing, you've got football, you've got everything. You can go out wherever you want, you've got pictures, and all of a sudden you're like, we went for the pint chat, and he was like, oh, tidy, watch the scores come in, all right, football score.
Yeah,
right, Windsor, our daughters, we ride opposite the pub, oh, we're going to chuck some couple of quid in the horses, and we're like, fucking hell, we're all in the pub watching the chase.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? What the fuck?
I've been out Saturday now. It's like the first time I've been out since I've been back.
Right.
And same thing, no football, only the bloody Panorama League, but it's not on TV, is it?
Yeah.
It's just like, what's going on? But then, like you first, you got the Fords, and they bring like a bookie up tonight and stuff like that.
Right, I got it.
But there was like horse racing on, but a lot like the shit horse racing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Fair dues, do you know where he goes to?
Yeah.
Fair dues, he won the boys a hell of a lot of money on the weekend.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
he picked like 5 winners in a bounce.
Never.
And the bookie guy was gutted he was. So yes, you know what, what's his name? He won like 500 quid off the bookie and
No way.
that's who it was. Every horse. So like, I'll pick. And they were shit horses as well. It's like, that'll do. Pick up, all the boys are back, and I was on my phone back.
Oh, what they didn't realise was Akers had put a video in.
Yeah.
Previous
The race was from 2001, wasn't it? Crafty fucker. You know what I mean?
He had a good day as well. It was a good day.
I was the only thing that done my head in Bodie in Texas, when he was strutting around Texas with a fucking Roxburgh jacket on, fucking down my head. Honest to fuck, I was thinking that could have been spectacular, like fucking Roxburgh fuckers. They got their way in everywhere.
That's his mate. Isn't it? So
Yeah.
I got one foot in the Roxburgh camp.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe not the old Roxburgh camp. But it's a weird vibe around, isn't it? If you drive around now, and like I'm obviously around all day, it's like ghost town.
Oh, it's mad.
It's fucking strange. It's really fucking strange.
It's just mad for like everything. And sport is as you said, boxing's taking a massive. Promoters now will lose loads of shit.
How lucky you fight was when it was.
That's what the boy said to me. He said, "How lucky you fight you fought in February and none of this is
Mate,
happening."
you think now, right? If your fight is 3 weeks after, your life changes.
Yeah.
Because there's none of this, like, all of a sudden now, the buzz is JR. It's like, if this gets called off, may never get arranged again. All of a sudden, your life is like totally different. Fucking sliding doors, isn't it?
When it did, like.
Unbelievable, like. Thank fuck, like, you know.
Now is crazy.
Yeah.
It's just postponing and it's horrible and it's just shit time at the minute.
Yeah.
Is your missus pregnant, she?
Yeah, doing gym now.
Jesus Christ, so it's fucking hell. You've got that on, obviously on the horizon as well.
Yeah,
It's
she's
like
on
they do
lockdown as well.
Well,
Is she really
Yeah, a worker said that she could just take like it's in 2 week blocks.
Right,
much.
I see,
So I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we might as well take it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we expecting a baby girl around June.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, oh, congratulations.
That's gonna be crazy. It's
Good for you.
Yeah, we all getting the house together now and stuff like that, and it's just a mad.
Good.
Well, the last couple of months now has been crazy. So we had the world title shot February,
Yeah.
baby in June, and then our uncle in September. Then.
Oh, amazing. That's all happening.
All in the space of a year. Like my
World fell apart in March.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
My dad and
The
I, he
apocalypse.
said he could. Well, my mother and I was like, "Oh, when are you giving us grandchildren and stuff like that?" And then we got 2 now.
Oh, they've never had it. Oh, Peter, have you landed
2
now?
in a year now.
Oh,
He said he
amazing.
got rid of us. He got two kids coming now.
Oh, that's good,
By
though.
house as well, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a house. Yeah.
Where?
For Kimberley, I think. Maybe.
Is it, yeah?
That's where we looking around. So we're just gonna.
Why up there? Why up that area?
Because pretty much my stepdaughter, her school is up there. She's
Yeah.
in comp and stuff. She's so.
Already settled then.
So she settles. There's no point taking her.
Actually, from there to work for you as well.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's do you know what? It's only half hour in the car. If that
Yeah.
20 minutes, hit the motorway wherever. But it's 20 minutes. It's not. It's not far at all. Do you know, they think, oh, Neath it's not that far.
No, it's fuck up.
I do it every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I come back for the gym every day, so
Yeah.
it's just normal to me anyway. So
Kim Lagusher's up there deep cleaning everything, isn't she? Huh? I don't want you to go slipping out of outside the rugby club and that.
So, what if you could plan out the rest of the year? Let's say all this fucking coronavirus shit dies down. What do you fancy? Fight when?
Honest, I'd like to have another fight now in the summer.
Anyone on a level?
No,
just a level?
just they pretty much said that you can't fight for a world title on a loss, like, so
Right.
it'd be nice to get like another 8 round or something like that under the belt, and then hopefully fight for a world title before Christmas. That would be nice. That would be the ideal, but you never know with boxing, do you? You don't know which way it takes. It could be a different opportunity somewhere else, or someone else would want to fight me, or more money somewhere else. So you just don't know, do you? So just take it as it comes at the minute. So that's ideally what I'd like, is to fight for in the summer now. Say end of June, July, and then fight then October, November maybe for another world title.
Yeah, you want to keep acting though while you're in like a run of form. Also, I mean a run of performance form.
So I just keep taking over now for the time being. Just keep in the gym. Just keep fit.
Do you think that if you were full time, do you think you could improve again? Like, because obviously your improvement have come. And it's been every time we've gone out, we've improved.
Yeah, it probably would, if I'm honest, but you need financial backing.
Of course,
obviously. So, if anybody's listening to that.
Yeah. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah. It's just hard, it is.
Mate,
do you know what I mean?
if we was like, we spoke with the other
I have good sponsors with me, like, I'll give them a message. A&R Specialist, Sea-Lift, Limitless, and AGM Boxing and Trimology. They fair dues, they do sort me out. And they help me a lot. Every fight without them is just quite hard. It is quite hard, you know, for like kit and bloody sparring partners, driving back and forth, staying in hotels. It costs a lot of money, like just going back forward everywhere. Like we were traveling back and forth for Birmingham every week. Like,
to spar with California.
Every week. Like,
really?
And it's 8 weeks. It builds up a lot of money, and you've got to get kit, and you've got sparring gear, and you've got shorts, all that stuff. Just money all the time it is. So with them not coming on board and stuff, they are pretty much full time sponsors, but they don't like give me, you know, as to quit work like set wage. You know, some boxers they have like they get money every week. You know, 200, 300, 400 quid a week just to train.
Yeah.
That is the ideally what you would want. You know, so you can just go, alright, I'm getting 200-300 quid a week. I can quit work now. Because I know I'm living off 200 quid anyway, so I could live off like 200-300 quid and just carry on just living the life as a full-time boxer.
The dream is having, we talk about all the time to me, the dream is having like a fucking sugar daddy in Swansea who's fucking bit of a boxing nut coming to money and just, because as you said, it's not as if you need life-changing money. You don't want 60 grand a year for anyone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. But no, innit? No, someone drops you like 300 quid a week. It's so doable. Like.
They could even put on their books then, and it's all tax deductible.
Right,
Because they're doing it for like a sponsorship deal. So wherever comes in, I obviously declare the tax or whatever, but they declare off their business, so it comes all off their business anyway.
So if anyone listens to this, if anyone wants to drop me, because I'm going to be on a bread line before long. If anyone wants to drop me 300 quid a week as well, I'll happily accept that on behalf of the podcast. You know, we'll have that. Oh, John Phillips, that's what I meant to say. John Phillips trying to rearrange a fight, didn't he?
Seen it,
Seen it, because obviously John was supposed to fight this Saturday up in London. It's got cancelled.
But then the annoying thing is, it's so close again, wasn't it?
They moved his fight to Cage Warriors. But then Cage Warriors moved to Manchester. They moved the fight, but the guy he was supposed to be fighting couldn't get on a plane to get over here, which, like, I don't think he knew why, but...
Yeah, I think he's worried. I think to get over here, he's worried about fucking being stuck here then.
One of his mates just sponsored me now, Matt Nolan.
I saw that, the food supplements and all that.
He just sponsored me as well, so he's come on board as well.
Yeah?
So it's good.
You'll give him food then, he'll supply you scram when you can.
Stuff like that, and kit as well, he said, and financial as well.
Amazing.
Anything else really, don't know.
But if John could rearrange that with Marshman, he'd give us something to do Friday night.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
John's been on, hasn't he?
Yes. John's on ages ago. We couldn't get John off. He was on for 3.5 hours. I'm not going to tell the fact.
He's great. Marshman seems a bit quiet about it though. Doesn't seem very forthcoming.
I genuinely think
I thought he won, see, John.
it's one of them where
I was screaming at the TV.
Oh, yeah.
I went to John.
I know John, don't I? Anyway, I know.
Of course you would.
Yeah. I went to John to win, of course. But I thought Marshman edged it because he pound fighted.
He just fucking run away.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was the tactic.
Exactly.
Once John dropped him early, that was his chance. John should have jumped and smashed him up. But John obviously thought he was winning, doing enough. And I was looking at it going, he could lose this because of the way Marshman's going. Backing off, but landing leg kicks and throwing a fly, which he wasn't really landing, but then moving away. It was that type of thing. Looking, and that's how I felt that's how he nicked it. Not that I was scoring it, of course, but that's how I could see the way they scored it. Like,
but you could see how John was like devastated by. John just wanted, mate. When he, mate, no, that first round, he thought, oh, this is only going one way. Yeah. But then, who the fuck wants to trade with John with them fucking hands? No one.
And I think Marshman would look at it genuinely and go, I'd already done that once, and I don't really need to do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
John could take a punch as well, can he?
Oh, mate.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. What was the fight?
Anybody is what's it called? Just stand up and just go head on him is going to lose.
Mate, what was the fight where?
The one he got kicked in the body was Kevin Holland.
No, the fight where he fought a black guy, and I think he dislocated his shoulder or something.
What, John?
No, that was against. Oh fuck me, Dennis Sutherland.
He dislocates John dislocates his shoulder.
What, the guy's shoulder?
No, John's shoulder dislocates, right? And the guy is like pummeling him. John's got one arm and don't quit.
It was a big fight at the time. He was fighting like Dennis.
He don't quit. He got one arm.
John was young.
Fuck's sake, man! How tough is that? He got one arm.
It was a national show before John even got up to the bigger national shows. I can't remember what it was, but I think there was going to be a tournament. Anyway, he fought this Dennis Sutherland, and that was like a big fight at the time for the two of them. And we talked to John about it when he was on here. Because I remember watching the fight, and obviously everyone expected John to fucking stand with his Dennis Sutherland because Dennis Sutherland was going to grapple him, but John said he felt confident in his judo and all that, so he was going to show that he could grapple as well. So anyway, he was grappling. He was winning the fight like the first little spell, and then he tried to judo throw the guy, but he came off wrong, and he landed, and all the guy's weight came down, and he landed on his shoulder, and he dislocated his shoulder. So Dennis Sutherland then is like sort of half on his back, side mount, and fucking smashing him with left hands in the head, and John's
like shaking his head, going,
shouting at the ref, going, I fucked my arm up, like sort of thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't even reacting to getting punched in the fucking head.
Mate, this guy's a monster. He's hitting John on the side of the head. And John's got one arm. John's not even noticing it.
Dennis Sutherland had previously fought at heavyweight, and he was down at middleweight, I think, for that one. Yeah, so he's a naturally big man, like, you know. So John can take a shot. That Kevin Holland body shot when they fought in, I think it was China. They fought, and he had put out a fight against Kevin Holland, and he kicked him in the body. And it was like no one of them, like if someone took a baseball bat, bang, like that. And you could see John go, and then he went, oh no, I'm going to be alright.
Yeah, it's like fucking hell, John. Crazy. Yeah. I do hope he gets a fight though, because fucking, for him to have it taken away from him once, then back on, and then off again. You like give the fucking boy a fucking break.
So close.
There's a couple of good Welsh ones in the UFC now.
Brilliant, mate.
Jack,
and John, innit?
Yeah, we haven't had Marshall yet.
That man always said that Jack show was very, very good.
Very good. Very good.
Nice guy. We went and meet him.
Yeah, I met him a couple of times now, because he trains some guys.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Really nice guy. We went up his.
When I'm watching UFC, I see when it goes to the floor, I don't really know what I'm watching.
I know what I mean.
So I understand. Like I can tell who's winning when they're standing up, but when they go on the floor, I don't really know what's going on because I just see it's like a couple of people just rolling around and trying to get him locked. So I don't know how to score that really, but he's pretty good at it all round, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's more of a grappler. And like Brett now seems to be training a lot up there, and they're the same weight. So you can imagine now Brett and Jack Shaw just going at it.
Yeah,
they're going to get better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that they say fucking tremendous for Brett and for Jack that they got that ability to train together and hopefully make each other better. But Jack actually, his fight had been pulled as well, obviously, because he was supposed to be fighting in London.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's just a fucking.
It's
a mad time.
Shit.
It's a mad time. The world may never be the same again.
No.
That is the fucking issue. I just hope nobody,
hope it just doesn't go too long. Like.
Exactly.
Yeah, not too far.
You could handle a month of this, innit? And then after that, then fuck me.
But after that, yeah, as you said, we'll go into a meltdown again.
My kids are already going fucking stir crazy because I'm out most nights playing with football. They got football.
Yeah.
And now they got on football. So they're in the house and obviously it's shit weather, so you can't go out the back. So they volleying footballs on my living room. I'm like, fucking hell, boys. You know what I mean? And it's like, what can you do? At least if the weather broke a bit, like, you
it's going to be nice now next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's meant to be
I stocked up on paint there. I'm going to be like Van Gogh fucking in the next couple of weeks, fucking paint in the fucking
I'm doing
bedroom.
out decorating now.
I'll be ready for the fucking Priory if there's a 2-week fucking lockdown. Because it'll be, and especially if the sun's out, because it'll be barbecue season every fucking night. It is a fucking mad fucking time. But I just hope everyone can get through it and everyone can fucking, you know, everyone survives first as last. And, you know, and then everyone survives financially as well, like, because I think I'm more concerned about that than I'm concerned about dying of the fucking of the coronavirus, like, you know what I mean? So you know, that's why I'm still in work and potentially having anyone fucking coughing all over me, like, so I don't give a fuck about that. You know, that is going to be like flu-like symptoms. So, you know, but certain people are more vulnerable to dying for it, and that's just the facts of it.
Yeah.
You know? So. You know, and I don't fall into that bracket. So I'm hopefully I don't jinx myself now. I'll be fucking brown bread. You'll have to come to the podcast, Barry. You know.
New coach, Jay Harris. Him and his 150 grand. We'll have a new studio and everything.
Oh, right there. Cheers, Jay. Thank you, mate. Fucking almost a pass. You can come here any fucking time, you know that. Another year or so down.
Oh, 100%.
We brought,
who knows what belt we'll have in,
Commonwealth he brought the first time, didn't he? The other two have come since. That's the AIC effect. We're taking full credit for that.
100%.
And now next time round we can bring the fucking bring one.
Be a world one next.
Nice green one would do. Yeah,
we'll just bring a couple of world title belts back. Yeah, that'll be fucking good, wouldn't it? Unified champ. Anyway, right, Pat. Who knows what we're gonna do next week?
Fuck knows.
Just take every day at a time.
Exactly.
Just saying that my missus. She's like, yeah, she's worrying about like, because we got a your uncle's 50th birthday meal on Saturday on Bistro Pierre. I said, I said, fuck, don't worry about that. We could get the Friday first.
Yeah,
you know
fuck yeah. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow morning?
What's going to happen, like, you know, so don't stress yourself about it. So, who knows what we'll do next week. I've got plans, I've got ideas anyway.
Yeah.
Should, you know, quarantine start. And,
very good.
We're not allowed to leave the house anyway. You know, it may not work, but it may work.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, cheers again, Jay.
No
Thank you very
worries, guys.
much. And we are going to get the fuck out here. Bad anymore for
No,
anyone?
happy days.
No. Peace.
Ambition is critical.